just rambling. That's a heads
Oh
up.
no.
What is going
And it's
on?
two different people for some reason. It's like the first half is like whoever this channel belongs to. And the second half is some random Twitter person.
Oh, joy. I can't wait. Anyway.
More Twitter people, okay.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Smudcast 379. Sexualization in anime. Is it an issue? No.
No.
Thank you.
No.
Good night.
Can we go home?
Yes, because then I feel bad about myself.
Yeah, well. Okay.
They're pictures. These aren't even real women.
Well,
What?
Are we going to talk about men too? Because don't men feel bad as well?
Are we going to talk about Geralt of Rivia? I'm all for that.
Don't be racist or against General Armstrong.
I never against pecs, whether men or women have them. So. Anyway, this is from HarleyTBS, a 50K subscriber. This came out in February, has about 7,300 views. Probably not his most popular thing. I don't know what this channel is known for. This is the one that everyone seems to like. This is what we're covering. So, yay! It's 17 minutes and almost a half.
There's not a lot of likes either. It's like 518 likes and 53 dislikes.
Oh well, that's fine. That's not a big deal. I mean, you can't really judge based off that too much. But it's a fairly long video for the topic. Maybe they'll just focus on one or two characters because if you go crazy, you're going to start listing, oh, well, Cutie Honey had short pants back in the 90s. Like, what? Why is that a problem?
80s.
So probably not the most realistic problem to address, but you never know. I'd be happy to see how he addresses sexuality. Or
I can see her ankle.
Who's this character? It's Momo, right? From My Hero Academia?
Yeah, My Hero Academia. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's the girl who makes stuff from her lipids.
He brings up
her body.
He brings up Usaki-chan and he brings up
Usaki-chan.
Nagataro.
Here's an important establishing question. How old is she?
16, I think.
16, 17,
16?
something like that.
All right, I'd say that's gray area, but...
In certain states, yes, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Have you
In
watched
other
Buffy?
countries?
These 20-year-old actors are all playing 16-year-olds.
In Afghanistan, she's too old.
Right? Something like Riverdale, where they're like 30-year-old actors, but they're all supposed to be 16, and they're having sex and stripping in the fucking show.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Have you ever been to a beach?
Maybe.
Anyway,
Well, there are
let's
not many
start the
beaches
video.
around. So.
All right.
It's called Sweet 16 for a reason.
Wait,
What? Have you not been 16 and been at a beach?
As long as you don't start singing the song, I think we're good.
no, I was locked in a room until I was 18.
Oh. I'm sorry you had orthodox parents.
Oh, jeez. Anyway,
I
okay.
created the Earth after killing a giant, so I wouldn't know about that.
Thank you. That's wonderful news. Anyway, tall person, thank you for the donation. Let's get going here. Someone talking about fixing unrealistic standards in anime is a tell they're a fake fan. It is possible, yeah. I don't watch anime for realism. I watch to be entertained, but that's my knee-jerk reaction to the title. I'll be lurking around. I wish you all good fortune. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It is a possible tell, yes.
Just always imagine it like some Puritan Christian who is afraid to show ankles, comes into your hobby and says, "Oh, I'm totally a fan of your thing, but we need to make some changes to make it better."
More
And then
appealing
everything
to the
turns into
wider audience.
Yeah, and then everyone is covered up. You have crosses everywhere in Jesus chants.
Oh God!
And your D&D can't have demons and devils anymore either, because that's bad.
Think about it like someone with a marker and they say, I'm really a fan of this, but this here is a problem, and they just mark the entire thing. Like they brush over everything.
Yeah, everything that makes the thing they are against, but they're totally a fan of the thing.
Well, hopefully they won't start evaluating Seikon no Quasar and say, maybe the breasts could not lactate as much as we want.
Did you say lactate?
Yes, he drinks the milk and he gets powerful.
Yeah.
Drinks the breast milk. Yes.
Powers up.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. So Kylo Rocket, how much y'all want to bet this dude gonna use A, the anime everyone uses to say anime is over-sexualized, or B, all ecchi anime? Well, that's the problem, because when you talk about an ecchi anime, that's the point. So if you criticize a genre for being the genre, you have to have a good standard of what that genre is before you start doing that. You can't just say, "Oh my God, women." And you're like, "Yeah, what?"
Femmes. Tete.
Yeah, the radical left is all about sex positivity, but women aren't allowed to be pretty, have curves, and aren't allowed to show skin.
Well, no,
Which
see,
that
it's
leads
the
to racism.
no woman can be more attractive than they are, because that makes them insecure, and they think everyone should be attracted to them, even though they put no effort into maintaining any sort of appearance. Because you could be fat, and if you just shower and take care of your skin, you look great. Not these chicks. Not these chicks that are like, I don't like that she's showing skin and she's smaller than a XXL. So yeah, we're gonna shoot that down, and we're gonna redraw every anime character horribly obese. That's how it is.
Why
That's
doesn't
how it
doesn't
is.
that happen to guys?
Oh, there's
Like-
plenty of gentlemen that are huge.
Well, it's
man.
plain
I
envy,
want
cutting down
girls
everyone
to
who's.
go out with me.
I'll bring out my favorite example. Chris Hemsworth wanted to refuse to do a top naked scene, but the director was like, "Nah, we need butts in seats. Take off that
Yeah, I
shirt."
remember
Yeah.
that. It was
Yeah,
like, I
that's,
don't want to be
Stevie.
shirtless so many
Yeah,
times.
just take off
And
the
they're
shirt.
like, no, you have to be shirtless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
that's
remember,
it.
Your pecs.
yeah, and remember the
think we pay you for
green-haired
acting?
monster from my club that I talked about in the past, and she is also borderline obese and always a low-cut top, but complained
no.
about rape culture and the patriarchy and all men bad, and that sexualization of women is bad, while she has the super low-cut top. And for every guy who had long hair and a beard, she was spreading her legs. She wanted to get all the guys. But sexualization is bad, and we live in a rape culture. Like it's just like Seda says. It's essentially hypocrisy and envy. It's just cutting down the competition.
So what you're saying, Wisp, is we live in a society.
We definitely live in a society.
Oh,
Now
Here's-
someone draw Wisp's avatar with the choker makeup.
oh, don't give him any ideas. Anyway, one more super chat. We'll get started here. Batkid, the Jedi Bendu. Hi, how's it going? Thanks for the $9.99. This is
It's a hell of a
unrelated.
name.
Well, we've had it before, but I do recall, yes. This is unrelated, but did you guys see Legal Eagle? No. Pay Rudy Giuliani to praise him on Cameo.
Wait, what?
I tricked Rudy
What?
Giuliani. So wait a second. He had an
Legal
interview?
Eagle, Rudy Giuliani?
Did he
So
have...
out of the loop in this.
I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, because
No.
Legal Eagle is pretty much a hack.
Eagle.
So
Yes, definitely.
I don't think...
He's good at suit wearing.
he's good at selling suits. So
Yeah.
He did
Selling
a video on
defenses,
Batman the
nah.
animated series? What?
Oh, he did. Oh,
I don't know.
what the?
What is he doing?
I'm gonna have to check this later.
Anyway, I will check it out later if it's really that big a deal.
Oh,
But
there it is. I tricked Rudy Giuliani into praising me.
I
That's the video.
I don't.
guess.
I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
I re-
Okay. Yeah. Who cares?
Maybe another
It's
day.
anime.
yeah,
Humble brag.
I'm glad he's happy. Anyway, 17 minutes and a half. Let's go.
Anime has been known for many things over the past few years. Often criticized for the depiction of black characters, nothing in the anime
Is this a
community
guy?
is more controversial
Yes.
than the discussion of sexualization of characters.
He will definitely be replaced by a black guy.
Yeah.
characters.
Ginger
Since the
side.
birth of anime in the Western community, there has been arguments over the appearance of female characters and minors
He
in
sounds like
anime
he's
and manga,
14.
discussing their dangerously high percentage of
He
pedophilia
seems
in
very
Japan
young.
and how the depicted characters could at certain times be considered borderline child. Today I want to discuss these arguments and share my thoughts
Dude,
as
can
to
you
the
finish
sexualization
words?
of characters in anime. I don't want to broach on the whole lolicon issue at length, so this video will mainly be focused on characters over
Dude, what
18.
what is
Nonetheless,
this?
Wait,
nonetheless, I'm
what's
just
going on?
He
Sorry,
censored
what's going on?
Lolicon. Why
He
do you censor
believes-
Lolicon?
Yeah, he's censoring Lolicon.
This is
He's not even
horrible to
doing a
listen
good
to.
job. It just sounds like it's cutting out. I don't know if that's my
Yeah,
internet or
'cause
if it's
that's-
the video. Like,
No,
Yeah.
that's what he's doing. That's how he edited this.
oh,
So
that's
every
bad.
time he says
No.
Lolicon, it's just lolly, and it ends.
It's horrible to listen
Hey
to
guys,
when you
today
do it
we're gonna
like
talk
that. Breaks
about-
my train of thought. I have trouble following you. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just oh boy, and the voice is not helping.
Can you
No
take
offense.
some consideration to my disability, please?
No, that's racist.
I don't know what this means. Maybe he was caught on his original video and he had to bleep it out.
From what
Yeah,
I think he's just
doubt it.
paranoid about what he
His
can
mom
say.
stormed into his
He-
room
he
and was asking to
censors-
clean the dishes or something.
I think he's just
No.
scared to say certain words, and therefore he bleeps them. He cuts them
He
out because he's
bleeps-
embarrassed to say them himself.
No,
I think
Oh,
that's
yeah, I mean, his
exactly
mom
it,
would get mad.
because- Well, no, in general, he's people self-censor all the time in preparation for the backlash because the left will eat you alive. And so, next thing you know, half the words in people's sentences are going to be fucking censored. I've seen posts where they just
Oh,
keep
yeah.
fucking censoring words
what
over
I
and over.
from what I saw that little bit, he censors lolicon because he thinks it's pedophilia. That's why he censors the word.
I mean, yeah, that's why he censors.
Lolicon is pedophilia.
I just added Otaku Sage to the chat and he just sends a super chat. Like, what's going on?
Otaku Sage, do you want to read your own?
Yeah, do you want to read it yourself? That's fine.
Do you want to read yourself?
No?
Hang on.
Wait. I'll do it. Okay.
Oh,
Anyway.
Oh, you threatening him with reading his super chat?
Well, no, I'm just being a jerk. about
letting
it.
him prepare.
Wasting time for him to get to that point.
Well,
God damn it, Smud, you're so racist.
Oh my god.
Now you
Sorry
hate the
about that.
Japanese
I had to
too?
plug in my stupid freaking headset. It wouldn't want to cooperate.
All right.
It seems to
Sorry.
we can hear you.
well, thinking about the topic of lolicon being pedophilia, it isn't, but I do think it's
literally not.
deserving of being ridiculed.
Oh yeah,
Honestly,
it's definitely meme worthy.
it's honestly disgusting, and it's a different type of like. I think I was discussing this with someone else, but funny enough to say, is a gateway drug. Mostly looking at these very young depictions of girls, and that it's
And
not
boys.
like and boys, yeah. And I think I explained it. It's not like violence because that's a completely different space in the brain. But even I think Count Dankula brings it up. That sexuality is very much different. The brain and sexuality can attach itself to random things.
Yeah.
Like, say, feet. People fetishize feet, even though they're gross and they're on the floor all the time, but people get sexually aroused from that. And so having
I
this
will never
entrance
get
where they're...
the foot fetish thing.
there actually is an explanation. I'll tell it in a bit. But
Alright.
to round off the point, I think lolicon is actually bad and should be ridiculed. I don't think it should be treated like pedophilia because then it wastes time from people who are actually trying to help real-life children. But it's a slippery slope. It's disgusting. The whole idea of it is gross. I mean,
there is the one argument that it can help pedophiles who do not want to act out to vent off.
I don't think that's
the
true.
one.
Because
Maybe.
No. Here's my argument for
Yeah.
why. Because there is such a thing as a porn spiral. So people who it's a known thing that people will get off to weird stuff on porn, and then suddenly the dopamine doesn't hit as hard. And so if you have a porn addiction, you go into harder and harder and weirder stuff. And
Yeah,
so with
because
that,
they,
with
because
the
they
law,
don't take breaks. Yeah.
yeah, because they don't take breaks. And So, like, something with that with Lolly, I can definitely see how after a while it can spiral down into that, and you've already attached this association with childlike behavior and sexuality.
Because there are you, as you said, what you described is that you can learn or teach people to have certain fetishes.
Yes, you can. You could definitely do it. Now, I don't think it should be treated as pedophilia, and I don't even, maybe not completely outright banned. Probably, I don't dislike suggesting that because of the misuse of power, but it's definitely something that where you see it, it should be ridiculed. It should be socially ostracized because it's gross. And like half the time, yeah, sure, there's lollies, and you're like, I'm 1,000 years old, but there's definitely animes
and
where
grow
they're
up.
not. They're actual children. And even if they're 1,000-year-olds, they're actually fucking children. Like, I think someone brought it up, which was the Dragon Maid. And I saw a couple of fucking scenes. I know someone was saying that actually it's a pretty wholesome anime, except for, I think it was 2 young children, like under 10, and the dragon girl, who acts like a child, were playing Twister together.
Well, she mentally is, the thing with her is that she mentally is still that young.
Yeah, which is what
So she's physically old, but mentally, so physically in years, but physiologically and mentally, she's still a child.
Yeah, so that just makes her a child, and so that is my argument for why lolly in general is a bad thing. It should be ostracized. You should be made fun of if you watch lolly because it's disgusting. And go look at some fucking adults. I don't know why it's so hard to just watch some adults get off.
I don't know. I don't think I would go this hard on it. People
Yeah, me
like
either.
what they
I'm with
like.
Ken on this one. I actually saw a thing.
I know too many examples of people that like that, and they even like have the complete opposite reaction where they hate real children, or they don't even want to associate with them. So it's like from personal experience with people that like this, I don't see that there's a correlation. There can be, but personally, I don't see it that way.
Well, that, and I've actually seen a psychologist professor talk about like the differences between like why it isn't a bad, like it's not necessarily inherently bad, and like I've seen like a lot of like to and or for and against it, and I'm just like, as long as you're not hurting anybody, just leave me alone.
What?
That's
Pretty
the thing.
much.
Wait, what?
What did you say? I didn't follow. Sorry.
Oh,
I think he's stating a
Cut off,
neutrality.
I think.
So I don't see the issue with I don't see the issue with Dragon Maid.
Yeah, with Dragon Maid, I don't see it either.
The one thing I will say is that there are sometimes the term loli is also used for women, for like actually adult women that just look petite. And so
Exactly.
I sometimes
That's where
see
it originally
people
comes from.
put that in the same category as lolly that actually look like children. And when they actually look like kids, I'm with Cheddar. But if they are young women, I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, that's the difference. I suppose there's a fudging of definitions.
Yeah.
And so it's been encapsulated, both children and adult women that like to maybe dress a bit more daintily have been encroached in the same thing because they'll treat them the same, the people in that community. And so I think maybe it would benefit the people who like the adult women to rename themselves to separate it out so that you can talk about it, because you can't just hide behind the moderates when there's all that bad stuff that comes in. And that's also why I say I don't think it should be outright banned. It should just be socially ostracized.
Yeah.
Because the people who won't go down the path. You should be ashamed of that.
When it's not the actual sexual stuff, there's lots of people who just like it because it's cute. They don't have sexual arousal from loli characters. When it's the actual hentai stuff with loli characters, that's where I draw the line. Because that's just I don't know where to put that.
Yeah, this has nothing to do.
I'm not clear. I'm not clear on the science. As I said, I think it may help some people vent, maybe, Maybe. I don't know for sure. Because it's very hard to do science on pedophilia. Because nobody wants to finance it. And the only pedophiles we know are the ones in prison. That's the ones we study. That's the psychopaths. We know from an experiment, from a study. It was in the early 2000s, I believe, or around 2010, somewhere in that range, at the Charité in Berlin, Germany. It's a teaching hospital. It's a university hospital, pretty well known in Germany, and they wanted to do a study on pedophiles. However, the problem with that is, well, you need, for ethical reasons, you need volunteers, which would mean, well, who's going to sign up for that? Who would admit to be a pedophile? Because what they wanted to know is, can they untrain the pedophilia from pedophiles? That's what they wanted to. I think something in that vein they wanted to find out. I'd have to
pedophile conversion therapy.
Yeah, seriously. But I'd have to dig up the actual paper to be sure on what it actually was in detail. But it was something to get rid of the pedophilia.
Let's not.
And they did. I'm trying to finish fast. They didn't expect many volunteers for that, because why would you? So they just had a space because how many spots you have depends on how much money you get. So there wasn't much funding as well. And I had like 24 spots for that study. And what nobody expected is that they got over 300 applications from across the country, because there are apparently a subset of pedophiles who have a conscience, and they're not these map types that you see on Twitter. Those are sneaky predators. Those types, they wanted to be part of that study because they were aware of what their fetish, their malformation, essentially in their brain, is capable of causing harm. They do not want to cause harm to children, to parts of their family. So they signed up for that because they hoped maybe there is a way to get rid of this or get it under control, which was very surprising. But I'm not aware that there was any follow-up research in that vein, in that area. So there are pedophiles who want to get rid of their pedophilia, which I found very surprising. And I might even say that that's a hopeful message.
Falls out there in the chat, just there's hope for you.
Well, no, it's the hope is that there are pedophiles who don't want to be pedophiles.
Yeah.
Zap the pet away.
All right.
But I would never get to meet Chris Hansen.
Oh.
Whoa. Anyway.
I want to meet that.
Let's
guy.
play this video.
Anyway, enjoy your Lolitas. They're great. Read Lolita. Read anything by Salinger, Nabokov.
Let's go, Smart.
Enjoy your anime. So anyway, don't worry about it. I got a bunch of super chats. I gotta read out.
Sure,
but chats.
Batcad, the Jedi Bendu again. It's not a big deal. It's just funny to me how stupid people are. I know. You paid someone to do what you requested them to, but you tricked them. So stupid. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, but okay.
I think you're talking about me. I'm me being an idiot.
Oh. You paid to talk and then got invited on.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just $2. It's not like it's a big deal.
Well, I don't think they were referring to you, but maybe they are. What's going on here? Are we attacking each other? Why are you saying that? What happened?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Eric, are you donating? What is happening? Why are we giving? You're on the stream. Why is everyone giving money who's on the stream? What is this?
If I wasn't completely broke, I would donate right now.
He wants to be heard because I'm talking all the time.
All right, so that's
no.
He has to super chat.
Shall I read the donation, or do you want to do that? Like what's going on?
I can't.
I hate these people.
Smudge wants to hear your buttery voice.
Oh,
yeah,
buttery, beautiful voice.
All right. Here's Eric Wright. All these kids saying submissive and breedable when they should be concerned about their homework being submitted and readable. Ooh, I like that.
I like that.
That was a good one.
Do your homework, kids. Stop all the downloading.
They do be fucking saying that shit. This my 13-year-old nephew is saying that shit to my face. I tell him to go stand in the
That's
corner.
weird.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
So
How did this happen?
first do your homework,
Internet.
then go downloading. That's the start. So homework
There
first.
you go.
After 6 o'clock, do whatever you like. Anyway, one more. Mad Courier, another $10. Look at these people handing out tens. Jesus, we can make money today. I get tired of hearing people equate lolicon to pedophilia. Okay. Especially when people label things that aren't lolicon as lolicon. It's a complicated subject. Yes, it is. There's all kinds of different flavors of cutesy anime and young girl anime. I remember reading a manga about a Japanese salaryman who falls in love with the high schooler falls in love with him. And it's a whole drama. It's just a drama about this girl coming to terms with her feelings for this man.
I think I know what manga this is.
Yes.
I think I actually saw this one yesterday.
Oh, it's still going on? I don't know. It's they finally realized her feelings.
Does it have like 60 chapters or something?
Oh, it's long. Yeah, it's very, very long.
I think I just read it recently.
Yeah, it's
I started
what-
recently
yeah.
too.
it's
Does anyone
like
know the title of it?
I cannot. It's been a few months, so I honestly cannot remember.
Is
gotcha.
the cover like a girl with mid to short black hair?
Well, she's your typical looking girl, but he's a single dad. He has a daughter, and a daughter is.
Oh, is she the friend of the daughter?
Yeah, she's a friend of the daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I know what this one is. Yeah.
I think I've read a similar one. But that's different.
Yeah, it's very long, so it's just slice of life. But holy, it's like, oh my god, is this good? Is this bad? Do I like her? Do I not? She just totally loves the guy, just completely, always positive, and it's like, whoa, this is weird. Anyway, that's another topic. Let's get back to one more donation, which is always my favorite part of the Smudcast. Naming everyone's donation character, which is Wisp molested me. Thanks, thanks, Wisp.
Whoa, what?
Another one, Wisp.
I don't even know how to do that.
Wisp is like getting it on. Anyway, this woman.
Oh my lord!
Let's get it on.
This woman, I don't know if it's a woman. We don't even know what the gender of this person is. This woman is either the little sister or the clone of that one bitch who called people pedophilic over Dragon Maid,
Oh,
isn't
Noralities.
Oh no!
This is a
this is
14-year-old boy.
This is the boy version of Neurality.
Let's
No.
let's not jump.
That name's like Voldemort for me.
Is this her brother? Is this the brother?
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised.
The
I really
androgynous
wouldn't be
brother.
That would be hilarious.
Maybe
Is this
No,
Maybe it's
the art is
Neuralities
better.
in disguise.
No, the art is better.
It's Neuralities after her transition.
No, no.
God.
Okay, let's go.
To make it extreme in the intro, I believe lolicon content should be considered a crime, and creating and possessing said content should have a jail
Okay.
sentence when said content includes depictions of pornography of a child with the intent of the character being under the age.
Okay, so if you do porn, guys, you're going to jail. Okay, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's needless game
conflated
wobbly game
both
footage
things,
and
so-
annoying background music
I
on
can't
top of
hear
him
What
mumbling
game
all
is
the
he
time.
Yeah.
I have
So
no
Uh,
this is some
Is this
VR game, I think.
Is this the
Like,
Alex
'cause he
or
looks-
Yeah.
I
think it's
this is
Half-Life
Half-Life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
Half-Life.
3D
this
stuff.
is
I'm gonna have such a migraine after this trying to understand what he's saying.
Okay, so
Oh,
he's talking
so
about lowly porn should go to jail. It's like, okay, fine, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
by the
You
way,
have an opinion. It's
Oh yeah, people who create it,
Arguable.
people who watch it, people who hear about it
there's
should just all go to jail.
As
there's a child protection agency. I think it's in Sweden that has asked people to stop reporting this kind of stuff, like lolicon, because
Yes, like most of the governments
because
are
it was
really
because it was actually
against
hurting
making
real
this
kids.
a crime because
Yeah.
you're like even Cedar said this because like if you make this a crime you're taking attention away from actual child trafficking and child porn over fucking drawings. You're wasting the government's time over this.
Not
Yeah.
worse
It's
than
not a
doing
good
it.
idea.
We gotta redirect Chris Hansen to catch these lolicons, all right?
Have a seat.
Yeah, that'll,
Okay.
that'll strike fear into the
Let's
hearts
have a
of
seat
them.
right there.
And then,
Oh,
and
alright,
also,
So
Actually,
you were
hold on.
watching Dragon Maid.
Can I ask something real quick though? So I'm not
Sure.
very versed in apparently lolicon, and apparently this is more in depth than I thought. And we were talking about earlier about how people don't get their terms correctly. So I think it would
Mhm.
actually be beneficial if someone explained, at least to me, what are all the levels of lolicon
Oh,
from
boy.
even before a lot of those. My impression of lolicon was very specifically young anime
Well, there's-
girls. Always there
there's
was almost
law-
always
I would
a
say-
And then there's
hold on, I'm not done
lolicon.
yet. Hold on, I'm not done yet. I will. You do talk about cutesy girls, and I was thinking that it was Moe that was more, I don't know, wholesome. It was Moe is more in the genre of Sailor Moon, which I would not say is lolly, but it is female focused. So, okay, I'm done.
So the difference is there's loli and then there's lolicon. So loli would be a character archetype, which is what you probably know. And then there is the lolicon, which would be the porn version of it. But lolis exist as character archetypes in several shows and manga and anime.
Yeah, so the equivalent for males
So
would
that's
be
the difference.
Shotacon, Lolicon,
Yes.
same idea.
Like in Dragon Maid, there's a loli and there's a Shota character, but it's not porn. It's not Shota-con and it's not lolicon because
Right.
it's not
Okay.
porn. It's just the
Do you think
character
it's-
archetypes.
Plus,
And
Yeah.
there's also like the different archetypes because there's still like if we take Dragon Maid still as an example, because like the two characters are very young, but there's
Mhm.
also variations of that because like there's, I think he brings up Nagatoro in this video, and I would say she's still classified as a loli, but she's way older than the characters in Dragon Maid, but it's still classified as a loli because of the archetype and the body.
Sense.
So yeah,
Yeah, for example, Nia in Xenoblade Chronicles is often not considered to be a lolly, even though it doesn't really fit the archetype. But it's just because she has
yeah,
a petite
she's
body,
just,
but she
she's just
clearly has an adult personality.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, she has an adult mind, and she's old either way. She's just flat.
Yeah.
Nia
I
is
also
just
wouldn't
flat. That's
say-
all.
I wouldn't say that Rex is a Shota either. He's just a young guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
So,
16,
but
I
they-
think he's
they
16.
they could fall under the category of that, depending on who you ask. That's
Yeah,
why
I
it's
guess
confusing
that's
as
the
fuck.
problem
Like a
with it. It's
personal
very
thing, yeah.
person to person thing. That's one of the big issues with it.
Yeah, it's Xenoblade also doesn't go sexual. It's just the relationship stuff of getting emotionally closer and attached to each other.
Yes.
all right.
And yeah,
All right. We're good. We're good to go. Less than a minute? Okay, we're good.
Out of the way,
Halfway
let's
there.
discuss. But before we do so, I just wanted to say, hi, I'm HarleyTBS. I'm on my way to 12,000 subscribers now, and I'm aiming for
Wow.
25,000 subscribers by 2022.
12,000 subscribers. Wait a second.
A lot of idiots.
It says 50,000. So he got over 40,000 subs in March, April, May, June, July, in 6 months. Wow.
He said bad things
Wow.
about anime, so you know a lot
Nice.
of people like.
and not by but
Yeah.
there's so many people who subscribe because he says negative things about anime,
Probably.
and he mumbles incomprehensibly.
I checked the channel that I can't really find what the channel is actually about, because like the most recent videos is something about TikTok or something. Or like
TikTok.
some sexual allegations about somebody. It's like I don't know what this channel is about.
Aren't you
It's
too
just
young
seems
to
be
talk about
random
that?
things.
There's a lot of sexual content he's talking about on his videos.
What is he, the new
Honestly.
Chris Hansen?
Oh my
Teenagers, am I right?
Oh my god. It's like
You see, he didn't have his voice break thing yet.
my friend is a
The
groomer.
voice break thing.
Surprise
My friend,
sex.
wait, whoa, hold on.
Chris
What?
Chan was manipulated. A lot of Chris Chan videos.
Oh boy.
It's
that's where you got the
I got
subscribers from,
exposed.
probably.
This
Wait,
is.
wait,
Oh,
who's-
no.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Guys, who's Chris Chan?
Oh god.
No.
No setup. No.
Wait,
To the
wait, did
corner.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
A Christian?
You
a
go
Christian
to the
is,
silent stairs.
somebody who goes to church?
You know, I don't even quite know myself, but I just don't want to know.
I know
Oh,
enough to
crazy.
know
You
I don't want to know
want
more.
to know.
This
Yeah, I
is,
know.
Guys, do not watch this. This is just sex. It's just sex and perversion, and it's like, okay.
And mental
He has
illness.
some issues.
I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, that's why he's so popular. He doesn't shut up about sex. Great.
Yeah.
Sex. It's always about the sex.
Yeah, whatever. He's young. He'll figure it out. Or not. I don't know. Anyway, let's go.
I wonder if he talks to sexualization.
I mean,
Rat.
we're listening to a 14-year-old boy complaining about sexualization in anime. Like, are you kidding me? It's a 14-year-old boy is complaining about boobs?
Honestly, I'm 80% sure this guy identifies as non-binary.
Non-bear.
I don't give a shit. Why is a 14-year-old boy complaining about boobs? He's just starting this whole puberty and sexual attraction stuff. He's complaining about boobs.
Look,
Like, do you
look,
come from a Christian Orthodox household?
He's probably
Wait,
still in
maybe-
cooties phase.
Where
he's
did Jesus touch you?
Maybe he's asexual with it.
At his
If you're 14 and asexual, go see a fucking doctor.
Look, I'm a 14-year-old that has a higher intellect than others. Okay, I can't be concerned about boobs.
It's like,
I'm too intelligent
We're
for
like,
sex.
we're like a
brain.
minute in and we're
not in that age. There's something else going on if he's thinking that way. No.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
14-year-old who isn't happy about, oh, look, boobs.
Was he touched
Like,
by Jesus? in
Either
the
you're
Mexican
either
prison?
you're gay or something is massively wrong with you.
It's like, yeah, go to the doctor, get a brain transplant. Something is wrong with you.
Brain transplant.
Dude, when I was
We're
that
shooting
age,
for the
I-
There was a brain in the first place.
We're
No,
shooting for the 17 hours Smudcast today.
No 14-year-old is gonna think like this. That's just
What's going
when I was that
This
age,
isn't
I
old
saw
world
Rosario Vampire. I was
blues.
like, this is amazing.
Word.
This
It's
Going on
fucking
tangent.
amazing.
This whole situation doesn't make any sense.
Anyway,
Well,
anyway.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Go press that button below. Also the Twitter, so shameless plug, but please follow me
You
there
don't
too.
care about your
And
plugs,
now we've got
moving
that out of
on.
the way, let's get right into the video. Uzaki-chan wants
Alright,
to
thanks.
hang out
Oh,
as a
boy.
manga.
There we go.
No, let's go.
20.
Let's go. Let's go. It's fine.
An in-depth anime about a girl
I
who
can't
wants to be
understand
friends with a
him.
guy and follows him around as they have fun. It's a fan service filled show and a story about a shorter girl with assets.
What did he say? Shorter girl?
Shorter.
Yeah, he said shorter.
Shorter girl.
Shorter girl.
Shorter than who?
Older than 18.
Dude, Usaki-chan is 3 centimeters taller than the average Japanese adult woman.
Yeah,
Ah.
see, he's actually gonna
And
say
20.
that she's fine. That's the thing.
Yeah, and her
I don't know why he
proportions,
brings it- I
her
don't know why he
proportions
brings
are
it up.
realistic.
Well,
Yes,
there's
he's gonna say that, which is why it's weird that it's the first thing he brings up.
Okay.
Guys, short
Also,
women don't exist. Why do you think
it's a
short
pretty
women
fun
exist?
manga.
It's a child. Don't you guys know? Jesus.
Yeah, and Japanese
Oh,
women with
it's
F cups do
uploaded,
exist
right.
too.
gotta remember the
exact
eyeballs and
build.
how they separate.
And then you got an angle where the head's at and all that
Yeah.
other crap.
Oh, yeah,
that
the
idiot
stupid
did.
That's an example
8
of child
feet tall
coding.
baby drawing.
I wanted to
remember
smash my
now.
head against the wall after that, dude. I
Oh,
swear
go
to
away!
God.
The whole fucking point of the anime style, of the manga style, is to appeal to that cuteness factor, and we do that as well in Western cartoons for children, and some for adults. The whole Disney thing also plays into that.
Okay.
Have you looked at Disney princesses with their giant eyes? Does that look realistic to you? No, that's the same
Yes.
fucking trick.
All right. All right.
It just
They're not being
no matter-
represented.
no matter what Disney, no matter what Walt Disney's gonna roll in his grave regardless.
Well, as much as I love the
Pretty much.
pause screen, I have to keep going, guys.
Yeah, let's go.
Mr. Farty Ballsack, thanks for
Power
the
watch.
donation. The fact that the fact that when on the internet I'm at the risk of hearing a minor's opinion is a human rights violation. It's bad enough that this kid is an Angloid, and I just started warming up to Shiny and Hawk. This kid sucks.
Shiny and Hawk.
Jeez.
What did they do to you?
They're British. Oh my god. This
For
is
Angloids, apparently.
crazy British people all day.
Britball.
British people.
Yeah, well.
You can't talk about the British people.
The fucking British.
That's a baddie.
Fucking rule.
Idiot sandwich.
Okay. One more.
Also, Joe
One
Crazy,
more.
get out.
Joe Crazy, and again, there's people who are on the Smudcast giving me. I don't know why but thank you. But Joe Crazy. Did someone mention Chris Chan? No, come on, stop.
Oh, okay, no.
That's-
We do not need to know what Chris Chan does with soda.
Let's-
No.
I will say I will vote for ban topic today.
Hold
No.
up another tab.
Whoa, hold on. What did he do to soda?
I know where this
What
is
did he do
going.
to soda?
You don't
Listen,
want to know.
listen,
No,
there's a
no.
nice
PM me
No.
that. PM me
pair-
that.
Just no.
Drop it in the stream chat.
There is a nice
Yeah,
pair of anime breasts on my screen, and I want to press play. I know that sounds weird, but let's keep
Yeah,
going.
give those $5 back. We don't need to know that
Oh.
story.
That's
Okay,
a girl?
let's go.
And SJW did that to me once.
This show is a light-hearted comedy show about college students, Uzaki-chan herself being 20. Surely there could be no issue with a show about a 20-year-old, right? Well, Twitter didn't agree,
She looks
and
fine.
instead Uzaki-chan...
You brought up a tweet that said,
unrealistic
"Dude, fuck,
representation.
stop, stop,
Sorry.
stop."
Sorry.
Wait, what's going on? What's going on?
He showed he faded in a tweet that claimed Usagi-chan looks 5.
Yes.
When I was 5, I had a very long beard, you know.
Have you seen 5-year-olds?
No.
Dude, what is up with this Twitter name? Mr. Mc...
5-year-olds are barely even 3 feet tall. The hell are you smoking?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to take this guy seriously?
I didn't even know.
It's like,
Women
no, here,
and people-
Among Us crewmates are taller than
Oh my
5
god.
Oh my god, what is this?
Did you just
That's
say
a,
Among Us?
Yes,
That's
Among Us
because-
crewmates are just over 3 feet tall, according to the
Smud,
mid-scan.
The hobbits.
Smud, that's the fixed art.
Yeah, I
This is
hate
bullshit.
this trend.
It's
The,
Uh,
I
the
consider
left
this
one
shit to
isn't
be
the left one isn't that bad, honest to God, because it looks like a human and this person actually draws. But they did
Yeah, it just
go
looks
to
like
the
an
thing-
obese human.
Yeah, they made them look fat. Made them look fat. I'm supposed to make them look softer, but you can.
No. That's because SJWs cannot imagine that someone who's not fat can have large tits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the thing. But they absolutely can. It's really devastating. Also, this woman is not white; she is Japanese. Therefore, the Japanese have a much better diet than the American diet, and
Yeah,
so they're
they
more
are
likely
fat.
going to be thin. But also, they are kind of strong-armed and being thin. But the other one just looks terrible.
I
Does.
consider this whole
Was
fixing thing to be racist.
The Disney-fied version or some shit?
It's
Yeah.
it's a little overexposed on my screen, but it just is
It's-
awkward. Like the eyelashes are hanging off, and
Yeah, you do
It looks
not
like
want
a
to show if you want to have your character look sane, you do not show sclera above or below the iris, unless you have a specific facial expression in mind. But this one looks like crazy obsessed girlfriend meme.
It does.
that's a good way of putting it.
Okay. Here is Kyle Rocket for $1 donation. Uzaki-chan wants to hang out is literally an ecchi anime. Yes.
Yes!
Yes,
It is.
I haven't seen the anime. Though the manga is good. Fun.
it's just wholesome, edgy fun.
Wholesome
about
ecchi
it.
fun. That's great. I love it.
Yeah, there's nothing bad
Yeah.
about it.
Anyway.
It's just cute situations.
Let's go.
Is someone hungry? Jesus.
What the fuck?
Let's go.
To fix Uzaki-chan to be normal, ignoring the fact that short girls with large breasts do in fact exist, calling this show pedo bait when the character is clearly an adult, and surely a large-breasted character is the opposite of what a pedo would be looking for, right? It's clear that Uzaki-chan was sexualized. Yes, obviously, it's a huge trend in Japanese media, and it was
Wait, because she has big tits? Like, she's fully covered. And may I just say this is he's playing a VR game.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's
Yes.
playing the Alex
Half-
VR game.
Yeah, half.
This is we're talking with we're watching a 14-year-old who's complaining about tits who lives in a household where he can afford VR equipment.
Playing a game from a franchise that is very clearly older than he is.
Also,
This is so odd.
The way
If there
he
is something,
cuts up words is annoying as fuck.
yeah, get a logo. So instead of asking your parents to buy you VR stuff for $1,000, how about you ask them to get a logopedic or whatever that's called in English,
and a better
a
education.
speech therapist, because you're just listening to them. I'm good at it. Usually can't understand you.
I don't know.
I
why
also
you're
mean how it
complaining.
senses
I have perfectly good
words.
scotch downstairs. I'm gonna be very happy in another few hours. So
Ooh, you're gonna have steak with that?
no. That's already. happened.
Sorry for complaining about this so much, but I have a really hard time understanding what
This
he's
is true.
saying.
Yeah, well, so do I. I know.
Obviously, definitely. This show is filled with innuendos, and she literally wears a shirt with a breast joke on it. This backlash,
So?
however, made no sense. It was made out to be almost
Dude, Dara, do you know these Pikachu t-shirts and the Elmo t-shirts? Those are all boob joke shirts, and girls
the
love
Pikachu
them.
T-shirt is hilarious.
Girls
also got
love
bone
boob
ones, too.
joke shirts.
Especially
They also got bone ones too.
Oh yeah, I've literally got a Saitama T-shirt that just says Opie on it.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, and the boobs on the Oppa shirt aren't even large.
All right.
That's kind of the part of the joke, I guess.
The metaphor.
predatory,
Depressing, really.
and Uzaki-chan was called not normal, literally invalidating people with Uzaki-chan's body type. Personally, I think
Yeah,
the
that is
situation
correct.
was stupid. I bought the manga for Uzaki-chan to look into this when the show was first airing, to see if there really was an issue, and in my opinion, there was not. This show is not pedo bait, and I genuinely don't believe there's a huge issue with Uzaki-chan's design, but I think the Hopeless Peaches video on that
What?
Yeah, you know, the thing is with pedos are not interested in developed bodies. They are not interested in girls with breasts, especially big titties.
Okay, but
Pedos are interested in underdeveloped bodies.
right, but he's saying
Prepubescent.
this is fine. Like he doesn't see a problem with it. So that's
I just want to make that
okay,
clarification.
One sane
Pedos
thought.
aren't interested in girls with tits or with butts. They want the underdeveloped bodies. That's what they're attracted to.
Okay, well, at the very least, with Uzaki-chan, we're on the same page.
right.
Thank
Yeah,
God somebody
yeah.
has
Okay,
a sane
so
take on this
maybe
thing.
they'll be coherent. I don't know.
This. You shall see.
Indeed.
topic situation in depth enough that it should explain what I mean, so I'd recommend watching that video. So now, let's discuss My Hero Academia. Okay,
Oh,
now you've
God,
all
here we go.
disliked
No, I'm
and
not
spat
going
your
to.
drink
Fuck
at the
off.
screen. Let me explain. My Hero Academia is a show focusing on high school characters between the
The
ages
thumbnail
of
bait.
16 and 17. They all have superpowers and stereotypical shonen protagonist does protagonist things and becomes the best. Obviously,
is
as you
shonen.
probably guessed, I want to talk about the sexualization in the show, because I do actually believe there's points to highlight with this show, though I feel it's not as big of an issue as many people are making it out to be, except in one case. I feel that My Hero Academia is a huge show, which represents a large proportion of anime, and because of that, the flaws within it can be used as good examples for issues with a lot of anime content. Since My Hero Academia started airing, the show has been accused of misogyny, due to the apparent sexualization of characters between the manga and anime, which
What here
often
is
gets disproven
sexualized?
of evidence that shows that it's simply
Oh.
shadows, making it look like the character is being sexualized more, and the main example I tend
How?
to see is here, where
You
it
can
seems
also
the
say it's
character has
cleaned
had
up
their
lines.
waist thinned and
Yeah.
breasts enlarged, and
Well,
to be
it's
honest,
The breasts
also
are
I
not
find it
larger.
just to be
Okay.
Wait.
And on
What's
this
the
screen.
difference?
On-
I'm
Sorry,
not
I
seeing the
misclicked.
difference.
God
Oh
damn it.
no!
What is
I'm so
happening?
sorry.
No.
We're gonna watch this whole video again.
Oh God.
I misclicked. No, what I
So,
want to say is,
why?
you know,
on that-
the
This is
human
like this,
body looks
just past the 3-minute mark, I think. I'm seeing it on the
On-
stream.
on some angles, the human body looks thinner
It's like
than from
340,
other.
340.
Yeah, in this frame here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, in the manga she has a tiny bit more flesh on her. However, the tits are the same size. They just look
the
bigger
angle is
because the
different.
upper body is slimmer. And if you claim no, they're bigger, then you don't understand how cup sizes work.
This is fine. I see nothing wrong with this. Anyway,
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
I'm
completely
I
okay.
don't get it, but
It's
okay,
also
whatever.
it's also not the exact same position as in the manga.
Yeah,
She's upright, and in the
jumping.
manga she's leaning forward. So it's a different precision too.
All right.
Yeah, but I can agree that the legs and midriff do look a bit wider.
Yeah, they do.
Anyway, let's stop staring at cute girls in manga and anime and go on.
What? Why?
Why,
Heresy.
Spud? Why?
Focused to teenagers, more appealing towards teenagers, easier to animate, and a bit more sexy doesn't seem like a huge issue. It's all up to opinion, however,
not.
I don't think it's the worst of the anime community, and I don't have any actual
Okay.
issue with this, because the
There is no
characters are
community.
rarely actually sexualized in My Hero Academia, and the show clearly isn't some sort of porn show. There's not a lot of fan service, etc. And the show is obviously not trying to share porn with kids.
Smudcast
It's
is a
clear that's
porn
not
show.
the intention or focus, and making a
Yes.
character more visually appealing is not a problem. Those characters are simply more marketable.
Why
if they're
is he
more appealing,
talking
and
about
it
it
allows the
then?
animators to rely on a simpler body
I
shape
have
across
no
multiple
idea,
characters.
dude.
I believe this change gets represented in a lot of anime. However, I do actually have an issue with My Hero Academia. It's my personal opinion, so you don't have to agree with me. However,
Wait a minute. So there wasn't an issue. Now there is an issue.
But
Okay.
Guys, it's his
That's fine.
personal
It's just
opinion,
his
so you
opinion.
can't debate him in the comments, or else you're just a
it's just
tryhard.
his
Porn
opinion.
is the phobe.
That's
Oh,
fine. He
sorry.
brought up
I apologize.
he brought up the problem with supposed translation from manga to anime. He doesn't think there's a problem, but he thinks there is one in his own version of events or a scenario. Let's find out what that problem is.
Yeah, I
All
guess.
right.
It's the thumbnail. Ding ding ding.
However, I find the way this show represents Momo to be pretty gross, sexual, and
What?
indecent.
Gross.
Momo is a 16-year-old character, and her outfit relies on a lot of visual cleavage, apparently for her
So?
quirk. And she
Yes.
can create anything and often pulls her creations from her cleavage. It's genuinely pretty weird and
No, it's not weird.
It's funny.
Grow okay, grow some balls, boy. This is a
Get 'em-
play
get 'em
on the
with-
joke of women hiding items in their cleavage.
Yes, this is.
Which
a
they
chosen
do.
anime.
They put
It's a
money in their
visual
bra.
pun.
Tit money handed to you at your retail job, and you just cringed.
I don't
before
know
he goes
why they
out-
do it. I just.
Or
I-
women keeping their
tried to
purse
tell.
in their between their tits. Seen
So
that
no-
happen.
They'll keep cash
That's
in their bra, and then they come out because they're sweaty because I live in the South, and they're like, I'm gonna pay my ghetto ass selection with this sweaty
Ew.
ass pen. I told them to get the
Ew.
fuck out. I'm like, straight up, we have
Uh.
signs that says we will not accept tit money.
Oh, that's like sock money.
That's
This is
amazing.
disgusting.
I mean, maybe you won't, but I would.
Ugh.
You're gonna fucking sniff that dollar right afterwards under the counter and be like,
Oh,
have a
yeah,
nice
that's
day.
It's gonna be someone that's gonna do it. It's inevitable.
Someone has to
I
do
mean,
it.
money is money.
Someone has
Yeah.
to do it. It's inevitable.
I mean,
Dude,
what is this guy? What is this kid? This is a kid. I'm not even sure whether he's even developed sexual attraction yet. What is
Or
he
he's
gonna do
developed
if he
any
watches
sort
the
of
original
concept.
Dragon Ball series? And aside from the first episode, we won't get over that. But at the fight where Son Goku has to fight the Invisible Man, and the whole thing, the fight is solved because Son Goku can't figure out how to fight the Invisible Man, and then it might have been Oolong who did it, but someone pulled up Bulma's shirt so that Master Roshi saw Bulma's tits, and he got a nosebleed so hard that it covered the arena, covered the Invisible Man, and now Son Goku could fight the Invisible Man because he wasn't visible anymore, but
Yep.
covered in Master Roshi's nose blood.
That's the
Like,
funniest
remember-
fucking situation I
I
have
remember
ever.
that. I don't remember when in the story, but I remember that.
It's pretty
in the
early on.
manga.
Also, I bet this kid identifies as gray asexual. I have like an 80%. I would bet money on it. He's a gray asexual, non-gender.
You would bet
What do they
Ted
call
money?
it? NBs.
Yeah, if you think you are that, go see a doctor, because if you don't have a libido at that age, something is physiologically wrong with you.
Yeah,
You have a physiological
Wait,
condition
Let's
that should be identified medically.
let's
You're
let's,
Yeah, I mean, that's just.
Let's chill out.
I'm serious. I'm serious.
Let's smudge talk.
99% of all
Let's
people who claim to be asexual have a medical condition that prevents them from having a libido.
let's remember that he has nothing. He sees nothing wrong with the two animes so far, except when he's going to bring this up about this girl. So we'll see what he has to say further about that. However,
At least we didn't pause on the girl this time.
But yeah, like what I was
Which is
gonna say
what
was God knows
unfortunate,
if
Giga Man.
if he watches Lupin the Third, because Fujiko pulls guns out of her tits all the time.
That's true. Yes. Anyway.
Oh, and I'm being corrected by chat. It wasn't Son Goku who fought the Invisible Man. It was Yamcha.
Oh.
Apparently,
Yeah, there
according
you
to
go.
chat.
We have a few
Same
donations.
principle.
Here they are. Dick and Balls Van Dyke. Alrighty. Minor in an expensive house with expensive Viagra equipment who doesn't like titties. Actually, I think he does. It's just certain titties. What do you think, fellas? Marxist gay,
Non-existent one.
being manipulated by Marxist friends and adults, bullied at school, not bullied enough at school. I think Wisp already covered that already.
Yeah.
So
All of
Yes.
the above. Tick all the boxes.
we're good.
Oh, if you have problems with female characters in anime getting stuff out of their tits, who has watched Grenadier?
I
No.
believe
I
I have.
have, but it's been a long time.
Watch
I know
Grenadier. It
what
has
you're
the
talking
best.
about.
It is a imagine cowboy tree gun, but a busty female.
Oh,
And
that's the one-
she
Yeah,
reloads
those
her.
are boobs.
She reloads her revolver
Yes.
by
Those are
doing
boobs.
the tit move, getting all the 6 bullets out of her tits in a swift motion,
Catching
reloading her gun.
Yes.
That's a special
And
move.
the hammer of the gun is basically Mjolnir.
Yeah. those are
Nice.
boobs.
Dip out. I'll see you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Oh.
Oh, I'm just saying I have to go.
Okay.
Oh,
No
Bye.
problem.
Set up.
See you.
See
Have a
you
good
all.
one.
Thank you, Senator.
Don't leave.
It basically in Grenadier, the explanation for why the hammer is so strong, it's basically a representation of the weight of taking a life.
That's
I
actually
think
kinda cool.
She's a paladin-like character mindset, and she only uses her gun in certain scenarios. And yeah, I actually remember watching that. Don't ask me.
yes. And I do like that explanation for why the hammer is that damn strong on the gun in the first place.
Oh,
yeah. Well, it's a silly little action anime with a few good story episodes.
Here is
Yeah.
Tyler Preston. One more donation. Be just glad that he, she, or they are not talking about "Don't Toy With Me," Miss Nagataro. Well, yeah. They would definitely be calling the creator a pedo if they discover his NSFW dojin.
Oh,
Isn't
they-
Nagatoro's
they
only safe
already
for
did
work?
that with Dragon Maid. They already did it
yeah.
with
Don't
Dragon
talk about
Maid,
that.
so-
Well,
I think the creator of Nagatoro is a woman, isn't it?
I don't know actually.
don't remember.
But Nagataro's story was NSFW before it became a manga.
Yep.
This is sometimes the
that's
case.
true.
You're right. Yeah, they do dojin,
Yep.
or they do start in adult content, and then it shifts over to more dramatic stuff. Let's just say. Anyway, two.
The guy who
Similar
created
to Pochi. To the
the
Pochi,
Food
I
Wars, he
love
did
her.
that stuff too.
She's great.
She's also a
Pochi
VTuber.
said, yes. And she learns English and Spanish.
All right.
While still drawing.
And drawing, yes.
Here is two more from Tuna Super Chats.
Spanish, you say?
It can be argued that fan service, when it doesn't fit the scene, is detrimental to tonal consistency, I guess, but even then, it's not a big deal. When you're talking about the tone of a scene or a series of scenes, it is kind of weird. However, like the example of Grenadier, that's her signature move, so we expect a little weird... it's almost like a transformation scene because it happens so quickly, and she only fires ever so often. And it's kind of like, oh, this like the
It's
fight's
like-
over. It's done.
It's like Bayonetta's special moves.
Yeah, as soon as she does it, the fight's
Um,
over. So
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, and with tonal inconsistency with certain scenes, I often have an issue with sex scenes in American TV series and movies because they seem forced in, and they're usually
They
not
really
done
do.
very well. And they're often in series. They're often in the first episode and then never again. Like they're just there to catch the audience. And those things do annoy me because they don't seem to have any further value in anything, or even within the episode they don't seem to have much value. They're on the level of low tier porn plot lines of, oh, you're a man, I'm a woman, let's have sex. Here's a sex scene.
well,
But
I
the
would argue-
SJWs never complain about that stuff.
I would argue certain games or mobile titles, or there's all sorts of these weird downloadable games for free that have anime characters. For whatever reason, they love to have boob physics for just for the sake of having it, and it's sort of weird.
Do you know how difficult that is to code?
Thank God.
Super
for
easy.
It brings back their customers. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah, people like it, but it's just like
Well, if you want to do it well, it's hard.
I know,
if
when
you
you're
just want to the standard wiggle is that's easy. That's boring.
They attach kinetic bones to like armor. I'm like, okay, metal doesn't bend. That doesn't look right. But they do it a lot with these kinds of games, which are fun. I mean, I don't mind it, but it's like, okay, let's get the physics right before you start having weird.
So lots of boob physics do look silly because they didn't really understand. You have to understand the anatomy of the female breast in order to get the physics right.
That's one thing that's always kind of funny about in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. There are a lot of boobs, and all of them jiggle, but all of them to a different degree. And there's just like 2-3 characters where they just go wild, and you're like, what the fuck happened with the programming there?
And you have shit like Icon, which is like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Look, they took the effort to put different stats to every character.
I think it's Perun, the one blade that's also kind of like a pole dance, and you're like, what the fuck? Why are they jiggling this much?
All right. One more from Tuna. The animation supervisor has to make sure everything remains consistent with the rest of the show. That's right. The style consistency varies from studio to studio. Yes, that's fine. I mean, that's just how it goes with certain studios. They do a lot of effort in zoom-ins or action frames or long shots. It really depends on the production and who they have.
I think that's a really good point, because with the anime, they like the chat mentioned, it has to be more consistent, but the manga art can be a bit more flexible, which happens a lot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It happens all the time, actually.
Yeah, and don't forget wonderful, funny yet amazing scenes, like in High School of the Dead with the bullet matrix dodge sniper shot.
Dude. I
Man,
love that
so
show.
It's so sad that the author passed away. And
I was legitimately.
I didn't know that.
Crying when I heard that.
That's the reason why it never finished. The author passed away, sadly.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm happy I have the collector's edition of that show. I'm glad I spent the money. That show is so dumb, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm glad.
It's a wonderful action comedy.
It's wonderful.
It's
a wonderful zombie action comedy.
Yes.
All right. 4 minutes, 50 seconds. Fantastic.
And the show does sexualize Momo in several scenes. Not as extreme as other shows, though I do find it weird. I also understand, though, that for shows made for an audience the same age as the characters, it's no surprise that those characters would be made more appealing for the audience. I mean, you never hear people talking about how a bunch of kids had a gangbang in it. Oh. Well, maybe you do. Sorry about that. The point I'm trying to make is that I find my abnormal sex.
Is he talking about a Stephen King novel? What is he talking about here?
Yeah, the movie, right?
The ending of the first novel. Yes.
I just now realized.
The novel. I forgot about that.
I love the way the Nostalgia Critic review riffs on that. It's like, oh no, let's just go.
None of that.
No.
Yeah, that's there's a part in post-war German literature where you have a lot of what's his name? Günter Grass. He's one of these authors who in every and as well as the movies from Constantine film. Often adaptations of Grass books, and also others. They have a lot of early puberty boy sexuality in them, and that always irked me. Because we had to read these books in school, and one I don't think that was a Grass book, but it's a relatively well-known one. That is, I think, mainly just read in schools. It's called Der Vorleser, which means the reader. And it's about a boy who's I'm not sure, something between 8 and 14. I can't exactly recall. And he gets into a relationship with an older woman. Like, he doesn't know that that's happening. He's actually being groomed. When you think about the story a little more later on, when you're older, it's obvious that she was sexually exploiting the boy. And that older woman was a guard in a concentration camp. But she is analphabetic. She can't read herself, so she wanted the boy to read for her. And eventually she would make sexual advances towards him. And I found that as a kid, I think I was, 14 at the time, maybe. That would make sense, 14, 15. When we had to read that, I found it utterly gross. Like, why do you force a bunch of school kids of 14 to read a story about a boy who's been sexually exploited, essentially, sexually abused by an old woman? And that counts as literature? There was no bigger message in that story. It was made as if you were supposed to have some sympathy for the woman.
Yes.
That's what I took from it. And that was post socialism, and we have this on the curriculum. But oh no, we live in a patriarchy and a rape culture against women. Like, fuck you. This was, if you ask me, this was somehow normalizing pedophilia. That's what I took from it, because I felt massively uncomfortable having to read that.
Yeah.
But we're not supposed to take issue with that because it's literature.
No, we're part of the problem.
Fuck off.
We're just uncultured swines.
Just in case anyone's concerned about the server right now, apparently this is being broadcasted on Twitter to Mahler about all the wonderful fiasco that's been happening today and yesterday. So in case the mods are going nuts, I do apologize. Anyway, let's continue.
Oh, are they? That's funny.
Sexualization. Though I don't believe this sexualization is too extreme, graphic, or problematic that it genuinely needs to be changed or removed from the show. It's not porn, and it's definitely not pedobait. The characters have quite mature designs, and I don't believe they're played for pedobait. I believe the characters are in school simply for the premise of a high school action story. There's just one more thing I want to address before I get onto the next topic though, and that's the claim that shows like My Hero Academia set unrealistic standards for women, which
you're both full of bullshit. Okay, boy.
Oh.
Boy.
Boy.
You are not. You sound like you're even old enough to know what a 16, 17-year-old looks like.
Yep.
Those are not unrealistic expectations of girls. You haven't even seen a girl naked yet.
Before,
you're not. Yeah, Vince, you're not even there yet. You have no right.
Before anyone continues,
you gotta earn that shit, boy.
16, 17-year-old girls who are not fat and have curves, have at least a C-cup. They do look like these characters.
I just want to point out
pretty. You just don't see it because they have not skin-tight clothes.
I think
I
Ken
just
wants
want
to
to
say
point
something.
out how weird it is that some kid talks about grown women, how grown women are perceived. I don't know. That's
It's
really
fun.
odd.
This
He
kid. I don't.
hasn't even lived yet. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I am confused what this boy's position is, because he's going back and forth between, oh, it's not sexualized, oh, this is not a problem, but then he goes full on SJW position, Puritan position. That is on the one side full blown sex negative feminism, and on the other side is indistinguishable from orthodox Christian shit.
I just find it hilarious that this young kid is like, oh, I'm a poor woman.
I think he's just copying. I think he's just copying words from the other ideologues in order to have something to say on this channel.
Really bad groups or influences, because this is so weird. It's like a kid talking about my women. He doesn't even know what that means.
Is he trying to make this video so that he could get with women? I don't know.
Maybe he's
know.
trying
Maybe.
to fit in with these groups.
Maybe.
Maybe he's disingenuous. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to
Like-
assume shit.
I can
but-
imagine that
Is
so
this
look
what
the
young
the
girls are like these days? Are they like feminists?
many girls on
or
the
something?
far left in the feminist sphere,
Like, is this
they're
what's
not the
happening to
prettiest
the
types.
Young people.
They're not the prettiest types. So in order to appeal to them, you repeat these talking points that these are unrealistic standards for women, because the insecure feminist types, they aren't as pretty as that. So in order to condemn those pretty women, really fit, sexy women who also work out a bit, in order to condemn them, he may increase his chances to getting with the insecure feminist girls. That's essentially the male feminist strategy. Get laid with the not top tier, but with the middle to bottom tier, by shitting on the top tier. That's the best interpretation I can have, but then again, he doesn't seem to be attracted to women in the first place because he complains about boobs. But nothing makes sense. Nothing here makes sense.
Anyway, almost 6 minutes. I'm kind of waiting for him to get to a point aside from he doesn't like that one character in My Hero Academia, and it's like, sure.
I'm
Yeah,
just
but the
kind of
thing is,
wondering if we even
after-
should finish the video because this is a kid that just
after
assumes
he
how the
gets-
world works. You know,
This kid is being brainwashed already at this
Wait, are you
age.
suggesting we
That
should
is
be gentle on
fucking
kids?
scary.
He
Yeah, I
really
very
is.
much
Not
like to
even-
call out
Yeah.
the bullshit of it.
He's
Yep,
not gonna
same.
get into it because he's gonna bring up someone else to talk about.
well,
it. Like
but this is a
Twitter
kid.
girl.
It's like what?
He's
what-
14
Who
years
cares?
old and he's basically
Well,
giving
I
us a
don't know,
Bible
like-
study.
It's
The
really
world is a cruel place. The sooner the kid learns it, the better.
weird.
Yeah, I'm with Wisp on this one. We gotta nip this shit in the bud.
I don't know.
Yeah, we gotta get through this. Yeah.
I'm just asking the question. Yeah.
Yeah, in like a minute or two, he's gonna call someone else to do the rest of the video. It's you'll see. It's weird.
We'll call them on their bullshit too.
It's just
Yes.
gonna be an
Yeah.
adult
Is that
or
his
another
brainwash
kid.
mentor?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we'll-
It's some
we'll find
some
out.
girl, some
Yeah.
Twitter
Yeah.
girl. I don't know.
Oh, probably the one he wants to appeal to.
Yeah, they're the one he wants to impress, probably.
Ah, there we go.
As a wise
Yeah,
man
shit,
once
people.
said,
Mhm.
we gotta get to the
Case
root of the
closed.
problem.
Okay. We'll see if that presumption holds true. Prediction?
We shall see.
All right, let's go.
Presented in the series with six packs and insane muscles, but the argument itself is
He
extremely
trained
stupid.
for this. by
You
the
can
way.
look like that. It's just not healthy at that age.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
also he like
Yeah,
did
there was-
mega.
There was the little
mega
kid
awful
where
training.
he got super pumped, right?
Oh,
And they
yeah.
called him like the real Tarzan or something. Or
Yeah, but
was it the Hercules? I don't know.
yeah, really, it's not good for your body's
yeah, yeah.
development if you're that trained
Like
out
the
at
reason
that age.
why he gets so buff in My Hero Academia is because he needs to in order to get the
Yeah.
quirk.
Yep.
His-
Yeah,
First
he knows-
of
he
all,
knows that,
first
but-
of all,
We know
Wait,
this.
wait.
He's
I'm
also a
wondering-
superhero.
yeah. First of all,
He-
he's a super. First of all, he's a superhero in the making. So
Yeah,
kind of makes
he's
sense
not
there.
a normal kid.
I'm having
Yes.
trouble remembering.
Not a
Did he
normal.
get-
Yeah,
did he
he's
get
not a normal
jacked
kid
before he
regardless.
got the powers or before he got the
No,
powers?
no,
That's
no,
not-
he
not that
trains-
important.
He trains to get checked because he needs to get checked to hold the power. So
His
he's
training is
not
also
allowed
his
to
training also
ignore.
seems impossible for someone his age alone, even for a grown man.
Yes.
That is like the beach cleanup.
Yeah, the
A grown
beach
man couldn't do
cleanup.
that.
Well,
I mean,
and
this
then
is
he's
still-
also
this is
trying
still
to do.
shown anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't
Hmm?
even get enough sleep, and then he still has to do a lot of schoolwork, right?
Yeah,
Yes, he falls
yeah.
asleep during class.
Yeah, it's this is his training is actually unrealistic, but that's okay. This is a superhero story. It's a fantasy here.
Yeah, not once does the story ever say that this is normal in the.
And you know, and
Yeah,
you
he's,
know,
he's yeah.
you
they're
know the
making
joke
point
here
that
is-
he's got a strong will. You know, like he's
Yeah,
motivated
that's
to
the
become a
point,
hero.
That's the point. Is
Yeah,
like
which
his
is part of the
point
whole
that
shonen
he
archetype.
will do like
Uh-huh.
these ridiculous things because he has the will to do them.
yeah, and
Yeah,
here's
it's like-
the here's
it's like
the here's there's a joke here, and that is Midoriya does this absolutely insane, unrealistic level of training that nobody could do.
Except maybe Batman.
Yeah.
Batman isn't real. I'm sorry. That no human being could do unless maybe the Icelandic strongmen, and even they would have trouble, especially in the time he does it. The point is, he turns out like this. He's jacked. He's trained. Yeah, he does insane training. And on the other end of the spectrum, we have Abby in The Last of Us 2, who does basically nothing.
But she eats burritos.
Oh yeah, she eats burritos and does a few arm rotations, and then she's jacked and like the Hulk. Like, yeah, no. So this is more. The thing is, as impossible. Yeah, and as impossible as the training in My Hero Academia is for Midoriya, it is more believable than the Abby shit.
Than Abby, really is.
Yeah, because here we have this is it's not realistic, but there is a realism logic to it. I'm lacking a word here right now. So it's not it's not real, it's realistic in the sense that there is logic here that works. Like if you could do that, you could turn out like that.
Was it the internal logic?
Yeah. I mean the world internal logic corresponds enough to ours that it works. It's like Shigeru Miyamoto gave a good explanation about game design for Breath of the Wild in that regard, where you have it's the difference between realism, where everything is as reality, every minutia of what you have to do, and the game being realistic. It's an approximation so that you are not bothered by, like, the cooking system in Breath of the Wild is, it's not real. It's not reality. It's not realism, but it's realistic. Like, it's an approximation that makes sense. You throw in certain ingredients and you get certain meals out of it. There is a logic to it.
Yeah.
Or you do certain things in the world and you can predict the outcome because that's how things work logically in the world. So Midoriya trains hard, he turns out jacked. That's realistic. Abby doesn't train hard, but turns out like the Hulk while eating burritos. That's not realistic.
Abby used the San Andreas cheats to get food.
But Wiz, she's a woman. They can do anything.
She did the cheats.
Even be slim, cute, short stack with big titties?
No.
No, she used the GTA cheats.
Racist and racist and.
All right.
I just noticed that. I thought that was a funny side note.
Anyway,
all right, let's move.
Let's go.
Let's move on. We paused on a young boy this time. Let's move on.
That's for balance.
There's an issue with unrealistic standards in anime because
it's not a standard.
Seriously, are people really comparing their figure to fucking lines on a screen now? Like,
wait, what?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Really comparing their figure
Holy crap.
with 2D characters and becoming insecure that drawings look different to them? I hate to state the obvious, but
dude, you just agreed that the girls set an unrealistic standard. That Momo sets an unrealistic standard for girls. But Midoriya, you go the insecurity route. It's the same for girls who feel insecure because of Momo.
Yep.
A drawing not real. Like, I don't know, you can't just look like a drawing. I mean, look at the difference between my sprites and the real me. I'm never gonna look like
You're
my
a
sprites.
Oh, wow, that is a kid.
It's not possible.
Yep.
It's a design. It's made in a style. It's not
I mean,
made to be
at least he admits to
accurate
this
real
point.
people, and it doesn't have to be accurate. However, there's another show set to come out, I believe, this year. An anime and manga called Don't Toy With Me, Nagatoro-san. A story about a sexual and romantic relationship between a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old, according to their canon ages, though it should be a bigger age gap looking at the fact that one's freshman and senior. This manga is drawn by a doujinshi, or...
Please show examples.
Doujinshi means hentai book artist, and Nagatoro's design relies heavily on the lolly character design, to the point where it genuinely does feel like bait. This show also has many sexual and indecent scenes between these underage characters.
Here we
Wow,
go.
you
Why
really
he
got to censor all of
censored
this.
it.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
So I haven't read Nagatoro.
It's fun.
Can someone?
Yeah,
So
it's
I
not-
don't get the issue. It's a 16-year-old dating a 17-year-old, right?
It's not actually
With-
also the
with
way it's
the-
drawn
the
and everything. It's not
basic-
bad actually.
What is it now?
Yes.
Is it because she's
What-
flat? He
what do you
can't
mean
tell
by
that
that,
she's 16.
So yeah, the
I mean, is it
basic
really
gist of
this blatant?
Nagatoro-san is that just like she's a year younger than him, and she's the kohai and he is the senpai, and she teases him, and the entire thing is that she does secretly like him, and he also starts to like her, but they just kind of like bully each other back and forth, and that's the story. And
It's just
yes,
funny.
it's that the drawings are not as risky as the censors make it out to be.
Yeah,
Like,
they
he's
really
doing-
aren't as
he's
risky.
doing
Why
the
you
thing- he's-
you don't see
he's
camel toe?
doing he's doing the
No.
thing where the censors make the picture look worse than it is uncensored.
Yep.
Because now you imagine it being way worse than it actually is.
Okay, so
Yep.
yeah, okay, I see.
There's no nudity in this manga. Zero.
Maybe
Nope,
someone should
none
share a pic of that,
whatsoever.
but, yeah.
So it's pure edgy. It's pure edgy comedy.
Yeah.
For research purposes, you know.
Pretty much, Wisp. Pretty
Okay.
much.
Yes, exactly.
He just can't handle the smugness on this picture. That's his real issue.
Yes,
Yeah,
she's
sounds like-
constantly
But
smug,
he's
like
trying to
the
conflate it as
author-
like it's a pedophilia. Where does this come from?
because
idiocy.
she's petite, I guess.
Because they're
I mean,
both underage.
I mean,
So it's-
granted,
this is so weird. Like when the girl is flat, she must be a loli. But when she has tits, it's unrealistic expectations and sexualization.
It's literally a
You
damned
can't
if you
win,
do,
yeah.
damned if you don't.
Also,
just
this
don't be a
specific
woman.
image is-
Pedophilia
look,
is
it's
when a woman
okay.
does
It's
something.
not okay except when we do it.
This
That's
this
kind of what
specific
I'm
no.
this specific panel is while he's dreaming, so it's not
Yeah.
even real. Like it's in his head.
I
What you mean?
but I'm
This
just,
panel
I'm
is in
just
the
wondering
manga?
what it, like.
No,
I don't,
it's-
I,
it's
you know,
a
I mean,
dream
What are you trying to say?
No, this panel is
This
from a dream the
specific-
guy's having.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So this doesn't actually happen like in real life in the manga.
Okay.
He's dreaming about her being like this.
Yes.
yes,
Oh,
young
dear.
boys would do, yeah.
Yeah. Like he should.
Like he should.
Like he should.
You're gonna learn today.
I'm just wondering, yeah, where like the pedophilia comes in, because I'm just like,
Because
you know,
she's
yeah, I don't like
the only
it
reason.
dating, but it's like they're gonna do it. I don't know. Like,
You know, there are 16,
And they're
17
becoming
year
young
olds with A
adults, you know?
cups. There are 16, 17 year olds with E cups,
Yes.
and they can all be slim,
yes,
and they can all have nice butts if they just do their 20 squats twice a week. Very easy.
or if they're lucky, genetically.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe just do it while you're brushing your teeth, for fuck's sake. And then you don't need to have butt envy anymore.
What a time
because you are the butt.
of the joke.
The butt of the joke didn't.
Hey, that's true. Every Tuesday and Thursday you do your 20 squats. You have at least an existing butt. Do it.
Okay. Thank you.
What
For,
night
It's
now?
nice.
thank you for those wonderful exercise ideas. I think it's a good idea. Anyway, 7 minutes in.
Everyone is gonna be thick now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I already am.
I already am.
Philosophy. You should
Extra thick.
Gotta read
share a
the.
pic in the research
I
area.
do squats regularly, by the way.
I hold Heidegger over my head when I do squats.
Yes. And Nietzsche on top of that.
Yes, that's how you do it. And Schopenhauer beneath me. Oh, okay. Anyway,
Yeah, later on, you increase to 50 squats with 30 kilo handles on your shoulders. Oh yeah.
No, it has to be books. It has to be related to philosophy somehow.
Oh yeah, so you keep your head straight. That's a good idea.
Okay, moving on.
so here's Tyler Preston, and yeah, pretty much Tyler just called it that he's going to bring up. Don't tease me. Nagatoro.
Yep.
So
Whoa, who's opening the bag of chips? Is that you?
me? No.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
Moving on. We're not chewing. Anyway.
And I hold actual issue with that. I believe
What?
Nagatoro-san's
What?
depiction of these characters is
You
wrong,
had-
It's not
and there's
that
clearly
bad.
a difference in culture
What?
between countries. I don't
He had so that was just a panty shot, I believe.
Yeah,
if it's
that's it.
just edgy.
That's all.
The other one, he had the Usagi-chan a boob grab, not
And he
uncensored,
censors it.
but he censored it here. What the hell?
Why bother showing it then?
Again, it's
I
not
want to
that
understand
bad.
what the
But
I
this
want to
is
understand
the
and actually
moralities-
see what the actual issue is.
Yeah, but this is
You're not
the
gonna show me
moralities
that?
thing. This is the moralities thing again, because they say this is like pedo whatever, but then they show it on
Exactly.
screen. That doesn't make any sense if you believe that this is pedophilic.
The
You can't show
problem
it on
Well, at
is
least he's
something.
censoring it, while the realities isn't even doing that.
That is true. That is
This
also
is
true.
true.
Yeah,
It
no,
just shows it
I can't
uncensored.
believe we're actually saying Noralities at least showcases the pictures.
No.
I know.
I'm saying Noralities is worse because she believes the things she's showing is pedophilia, and then
But
shows
she
it
doesn't
uncensored.
censor it. Yeah.
While knowing that YouTube's policy technically doesn't allow that. They don't take off everything off the platform.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I don't
technically-
remember.
Yeah, and it's technically because YouTube is dumb.
So
Yeah.
Eric,
Well,
to
I don't
refresh-
remember actually. Did
Eric,
she actually show?
Yeah, to refresh your memory, she like shows the dojin and then she scrolls through all the pages
Yes.
uncensored.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
She shows
Okay,
the
yeah.
doujin that she personally believes is
Yeah, then she-
pedophilia.
and she
And she-
read
It doesn't matter
and
whether
she
it
read
actually is or
all of
not,
it.
because she shows something that she believes is that.
Yes.
FBI,
exactly.
Man.
open up.
I guess I just got distracted because she has an art degree and she draws child porn. Just in case you forgot.
JMHA Yowie.
Yeah, gay.
It's like a
MH.
status effect. It turns off your
Mhm.
brain when she says, "I have an art degree."
Yeah, I'm just
Shorts out a little bit.
You can hear the gun.
I'm just
in the
like, you got an
background
art
being
degree?
loaded.
Wow, I didn't know.
Paralyzed for 2 turns.
Sorry, what were you saying, philosopher?
No, just as soon as she says that, you just start hearing the gun being loaded.
I have an art degree.
Ah, damn it. Empty shells.
All right, let's go.
I think this show is intended to be porn, though it does push the bar, and with
It's
young
not
characters and the way
porn.
that the show just randomly puts them in sexual outfits, sexual positions, or sexual engagements purely for the sake of sexual tension, I could completely understand and agree with the issue with this show. And I'm
That's
genuinely
what
curious
it
to
is.
see how the general public reacts to this series, and so I
You don't know
decided
what
to pick up
ecchi
some
is,
of the
do you?
manga, and I'll probably save more about Nagatoro-san for its own separate video where I discuss the issues with the show and the backlash, because this
There
show
is no
really
backlash.
is a
really
little bit.
backlashes from
It's a bit
these
much.
retards.
So now I'm genuinely curious as to hear Calamara's thoughts.
Okay, maybe you're too young for it?
Could be.
Maybe.
Clearly is.
is.
Where are your parents?
But I haven't even seen people on Twitter talk about Nagatoro. I don't know what backlash he's talking about. I haven't
Yeah,
seen
I've only seen
anyone
like
talk about
3
the show.
people. I've seen like 3 people on Twitter just bitch about it, and that's all really.
Yeah, like I barely see anyone talk
I-
about it.
I can only
Just
imagine
talk
someone
about it.
showing this to his parents and them just like, what
Yeah,
the
I'm
hell are
just
you doing?
We didn't beat you properly last time, did we?
Why are you making
Interesting.
a video? You should go ask them for some help or something.
Yeah,
the
seriously.
dad just looks at Nagatoro and he's like, "Nice, son, you're winning.
You winning now, boy.
You're winning,
just-
son."
Now you're becoming a real man.
Just stares at Nagatoro in that devil demon outfit. Nice.
Nice. I raised the good boy.
Alrighty, let's keep going.
So I'll let her
My
speak her mind on the
God.
issue, which will probably be starkly different to my thoughts based on our separate cultures. I'm genuinely curious to hear her input. So Let's go to that now, and make sure you subscribe to them with the link below.
Hello everyone, this is Kelly Mar
God.
here. Harley has
Whoa,
generously
wait.
offered this segment for me to
That
fill,
was
so
loud.
naturally I said yes. I want to thank him for this opportunity, and I think the topic he's chosen today is...
This is a very over-sexualized woman with a way too big bust and way too big lips, with a sultry look. What are you doing here?
Oh my god.
Why is
Mixed messages.
shouldn't the kid be offended by this? Like,
Yeah, including
Why
her
did you have her on?
avatar. What are these giant knockers and at the tiny waist? This is like totally unrealistic
yeah, it almost
image
knocked me-
for girls to aspire to.
Can I see a
Ban
bit
it.
of ankle over there?
Okay.
Child coded.
Oh God, no.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at the eyes. Look at the forehead.
Oh, you
Look how
forgot the bust.
structured.
You forgot the bust. We're probably gonna see it again.
She looks like the 8 feet tall baby from the realities graph.
Yeah.
The 8 feet tall baby titan.
It's
Yeah, the
clearly
30-year-old
child.
yeah.
Yeah, child coded.
definitely something that doesn't get talked about enough. The sexualization of anime characters. It's not really something you'd think of.
Why are you
If
drawing
you're
this?
as into anime and manga.
Also, did you just say it's something that doesn't get talked about enough? I constantly hear leftists
Yes,
talking about it.
It's
constantly.
every other day on Twitter, dude.
Yeah.
Can't fucking hear it anymore.
It's
Sorry.
like every time a leftist says something isn't talked about enough, they mean the opposite. It's like everyone talks about it when it's not talked
Constantly,
about.
Shut up.
non-stop.
Yeah, constantly.
Yeah, that means it's the current topic.
It's like they
Current
constantly
fashion.
talk about
Yeah.
having a conversation.
We're just trying to start a conversation. But if someone else has the other opinion, it's like, oh, that's controversial.
Anyways,
Yeah,
Hate speech.
it's reactionary.
As I am probably not anything unusual. That's just how anime is, you could say. It's simply a part of the genre, and that's simply how it's always been. However,
Yep,
when you
deal
take a
with
step
it.
back and truly ask yourself, why is it a normal component of anime and manga?
Because
Why
people
is
like
it
to look
so
at cute
normalized?
things.
Well, you might find that the answer is a lot darker than you think.
Okay.
And what is
Okay.
the
Darker?
answer, you might ask? It isn't simply artistic freedom. It's
It's
culture
racism.
and societal norms in Japan. Now, I
He's
would like
gay.
to preface
Cute
this
and
by
sex
saying
sell.
that I myself
Did you know
am
that?
an Asian, Southeast Asian to be exact. So,
So?
while I do
Okay.
understand some
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I can't hear it. What did she say? She's a Southeast Asian.
Right.
She
Yep.
she is an Asian herself.
because that's
Okay.
extremely relevant to the
automatically
topic.
knows.
Yes, she knows all about the
Okay.
Asians.
She is
how
not-
do you do fellow Asians?
She is not Asian. She is an Asian.
Yes.
Oh, so she grew up in Asia, right?
Yes.
She
I
literally
fucking know.
pulled "How do you do, fellow Asians?" It's like, what is that?
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear it, but yeah.
If I
Let's
was
just
putting
see
my,
what our point is.
my racist hat on for a moment here, I would say she might even
Oh,
speak.
you gotta take it off.
She might even speak an Asian language. I don't know which one, because you know,
Wait, there's more
Well,
than one?
Southeast Asian, of course.
we could make
There's
some
like
deductions
42.
about, you know, her culture, etc., the food she eats, where in Southeast Asia she might be. I don't know. One of
You know
those
the
things.
definition of deduction?
Just spitballing.
Maybe we should Google that.
But I don't haven't paid attention too much. But does the woman she's drawing wear Western style clothing? Is she culturally
Cultural appropriation.
appropriating?
Oh no! Don't bring that up.
Oh
no.
God.
No.
Oh well, it's just the first thing I see is the hypocrisy with the previous topic of the video, and she herself talks about sexualization while drawing this character that completely fits the triggering sensitivities of the social justice warriors, of the feminists who complain about this looking way too sexy, way too unrealistic, and so on. What do you even? Are you even aware of yourself?
Do you even
I mean,
leave your
I'm
fucking
fine
house?
with the character. I don't have problems with that. But I wonder about what I don't understand is the fucking hypocrisy.
But Wisp, she's Southeast
These
Asian.
people
That's
clearly
fine.
don't go outside.
It's like
Touch
what
grass.
Axelot says. They
I
know
mean,
they're
there's a
hypocrites, they
level
don't
of
care.
hypocrisy where it's still kind of where the thing they're ranting about and what they're actually doing is still detached. But he or she is drawing the exact kind of character that she complains about.
I'm sure she'd find a reason to say, no, this is fine, but Nagatoro is problematic or something. You know the drill.
Yeah, she's
She'd
surprised.
probably find a way to spin it that her stuff is fine.
I think she's not gonna address it at all.
Probably.
My character is 300 years old. Nagatoro is only 16.
No.
My character's
No.
1,000 years old, so it's fine.
Anyway, let's go.
Some of the cultural nuances involved in this, there are also certain aspects that I personally don't. I think it's important to remember that most countries in Asia
don't
hold a
what?
very conservative and traditionalist view. We aren't as open or accepting about the expression of one's sexuality, in which the discussion or depiction of sexual acts and relations outside of marriage are often stigmatized and therefore kept secret. It's something you whisper about in private with your close friends and something you would hide with the best of your abilities from your parents. You might say it's suppressive and shames people for something that is a normal part of life, and you would be right. Unfortunately, that's just how it is here, and with our conservative and traditionalist perspective.
Have you been to a Hindu temple? Have you seen all the naked female statues with the big tits?
I have.
Just asking.
It's inevitable as well. In part, it
I am
may be
inevitable.
related to
I am the
culture or
sexism.
tradition, and I can't really speak for all of Asia considering there are so many different...
Oh, don't
It's like
worry, don't
Thanos
worry.
saying-
As someone
it's like
in the chat,
Thanos saying, I'm inevitable, but instead it's a lolly saying, I'm inevitable.
yeah,
I want you to edit that, dude.
So wait, pedophilia is inevitable? What is he trying to say?
Oh God.
look, as someone in
Sexualization
the
is
chat said,
inevitable, I think is what you're
as
saying.
Victoria
No,
Ahmed
it's-
in the chat
That's
said,
these. Sorry.
Southeast Asian to be exact, there are more than 600 million people and 11 countries. Good job narrowing it down. Hey, yeah, but don't worry. In 20 years, it's all gonna be China.
China!
Yay!
China.
I think a war would break out before then, to be honest.
I wanted to
World War
make the
III.
joke. Somebody said pedophilia is inevitable, and I just wanted to say, I am Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
I want Mike Testa to do a meme of Lolly just saying I
That
am
would be
inevitable now.
amazing.
It's like, yeah, you know what? You know what's more inevitable? The Third World War that Star Trek always says takes place in like the mid 21st century.
Oof.
Big
Someone
old-
needs to make this meme where Nagatoro says like I am inevitable to the Southeast Asian
yes.
girl. That would be hilarious.
And then in like the corner somewhere, it's like the smiling Thanos.
That's my girl.
Yeah, boy.
This is my real daughter.
That's my real daughter.
She's bae.
All right, let's.
Let's go.
Or Smud.
Are you
different countries and cultures, all with different perspectives, but you could say that they don't have to conform to the Western ideals of feminism and female empowerment if they don't want to. We find feminism and empowerment in our own ways here, and for the most part, it's not really the biggest issue for us either. Really, we're more worried about things like access to good healthcare and education. However, it becomes a problem when the marginalized demographic themselves perceive it as a problem, and this is certainly the case for Japan. An article published in 2017 by Anne-Marie Luck speaks about Japan's Madonna complex, where women are forced to live up to conflicting and extreme sexual stereotypes. The article states, On the one hand, their sexuality is exploited for commercial gains. Men openly frequent hostess bars. Police turn a blind eye to soaplands or bathhouses offering sexual services. And erotic manga showing buxom yet childlike women posing suggestively is displayed on every convenience store. A recent BBC documentary revealed that, on the other hand, when pop idols or TV
Whoa.
talento
What?
and artists
Bro,
like
hold on, hold on.
Wait.
That
She skipped something.
Oh, sorry.
Let's just go back there.
Also, I just
Did we
wanted
miss
to
something?
quickly want to mention, I like how these three things are put on the same level.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Fine there.
It's
Host-
like,
a
it's
hostess
not
bar.
quite the same thing.
Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with going to a hostess bar, just a bunch of ladies that sit with you and talk to you and make you feel comfortable. A bathhouse, a little different. Or a soapland, a little different. And there is
When did the police turn a
drawing.
blind eye to that?
well,
I'm pretty sure there's legal soaplands, so it's not
Yeah,
all
there
illegal.
are some that are legal.
The article seems to imply it's all illegal, which is not true.
right. If this was a known
yeah.
thing, there would be...
anime characters in advertisement is also not a problem. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, and why do you need a BBC documentary to
To tell you
reveal
about this.
that hentai exists?
Well,
BBC
apparently,
because
this is
your argument's
about
invalid.
the rape of young girls, and you're like, she completely skipped over that. I was like, wait, what is...
Yeah, I
She
know.
didn't even read it.
I guess she's got to censor that, you know?
Yeah,
Could that be a big no?
I'm telling you,
I know from my-
these people are too ashamed to even say the words. This is the peak of Orwellian newspeak. They cannot even say the words.
Well,
and-
and they're kids.
and
too,
I'm
so it's,
agreeing-
It's working real well too.
Yeah, and I'm agreeing here with it. Maybe it has someone else said it before, but Undoomed made a wonderful T-shirt that says, "Freedom is the act of speaking without any fear."
I need to get
Also,
that shirt.
I would
So if you
like-
self-censor, you fear. You are not free.
Also, I would like to mention that just saying that the rape of young girls is even featured in manga doesn't mean too much. Or just similar, like in Berserk, the main character as a young boy is raped.
Yeah, that's part of the plot.
It's part of the plot. It's not shown graphically, but it's part of the plot. So you could even say a recent BBC documentary has shown this, the rape of young boys is even featured in manga. Like, yeah, but you know,
Yeah,
what's the
and for
context?
this, just for this line, we can just bring up Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, that
And
as well.
the reason why Goblin Slayer is mentally a bit odd, let's say, he's severely traumatized.
Yes.
Because what happened to his family when he was a kid?
Raped and murdered.
Yep. And he had to watch it as he was hiding.
And he was the only one of his village that lived.
Mm-hmm. It's part of the plot.
No, wasn't there the girl as well? With
Oh
whom
yeah,
he lived?
the hero that comes in later, right? The hero character?
The girl that
from
was
his
away
pre-
during that night.
Yeah, from his prequel story. There's like a prequel manga too.
Okay,
yeah,
no, but I
right.
mean in the actual manga, the place he lives, there's also a girl living there who went away that night. Or was away during that time, so she survived.
Yeah, she later becomes the hero.
Oh,
Yeah. So there is hard hentai that doesn't have that much plot. Yes. Lots of hentai
Yeah.
does have plot, surprisingly enough, which makes it better than any Western porn for the most part. However, we have a lot of these big things that
unironically true.
incorporate these tough topics into the plot for a reason. It's not there to be ogled at.
not to derail the conversation, but there's a German porn that has become a meme because it's just like so random. It's like a place where a guy shows up with a mask on, straw is lying around, and the guy goes like, "Why is there straw around?" And the woman's like, "Why are you wearing a mask?"
Bring that one up. Didn't we? Spring
And he was the guy's like, "Suck my dick." She's like, "Okay," and then the porn starts. You're like, "What the fuck is even happening?"
And then they live happily ever after.
I'm so confused.
If there's straw lying around, that means you go into the haystack.
What the
It's just
fuck?
randomly straw in the kitchen, okay.
I wonder what her point is though, because I'm trying to read the last sentence, and does anybody know who this artist is?
So I actually looked this up before the Smudcast started, and she's gonna talk about like
Cheater.
this artist, cause she got in legal trouble over what she made, and it all seems to actually make sense. Like she got, I think she got prosecuted for like obscenity, cause she made like a vagina canoe or something. It's like really weird.
What?
But
She made what?
She made a vagina canoe. She made a canoe that looks like a vagina.
That sounds like standard feminist protest artwork.
She got hit with like obscenity laws, but nothing actually happened. Like she got away with everything rather well. So it's not like she didn't even go to jail for anything.
Dude,
but you're
honestly,
missing
as
the
gross
important
as
part.
that,
It's
as gross as that
publicly
is,
shamed.
I have seen worse at feminist demonstrations.
Dude, same.
I think we all
Yeah,
have.
I'd actually say good on Japan that they have obscenity laws for something like that. I actually think that's rather. I actually
A
think that's
bloody
rather
canoe.
based. Yes, it's rather based that we'd had less of the pussy hats that the feminists always wear.
I'm just like a canoe, really.
Yes,
literal
it's like a canoe
douche
that looks
canoe.
like a vagina. It's
God.
you'll see it in a bit. She's gonna show the.
Oh,
She's gonna show the.
Oh,
video.
no.
She's gonna show it? What
She's
the
gonna
hell?
censor it.
But the guy censored everything.
Shouldn't we censor it? I mean, we don't want to get the Smudcast taken down.
Well, that video's still up.
Smudcast being prosecuted by the Japanese
the
government.
original video's still up. Why not us?
Smud Boy
Yep.
showed vagina canoes. Oh no.
Oh no.
Anyway,
Sure.
we've been stuck on this whatever this is for a while. Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Documentary wrote that, on the other hand, when pop idols or TV talento and artists like Megumi Igarashi, an artist who was sent to trial for creating 3D printed sculptures, including a full-sized kayak in the shape of her vagina, and then selling the 3D data to fund her
I think
art
I saw an
project,
article
tend
about
to
that.
own their sexuality,
hilarious.
even in the smallest ways.
Good
They
for
are
her.
publicly shamed and often
Wait, hold on. How is creating
This is not the smallest way.
vagina owning your sexuality?
In the smallest way, like that is not the smallest way. You are fetishizing your own genitals. That is not the
you're-
smallest way of owning your sexuality.
How
I
do
mean, that's
you
your
even,
origins right there. You came out of a vagina, right?
How do you
You're gonna make a
rationalize
car
this? You're
shaped like my dick and call it
you're-
owning my sexuality.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sonic Adventure 2 beat you to the punch on that one.
Digging around.
How
This
are you
is
supposed
odd.
to-
Yeah,
how
go
do
on.
you interpret this? Like you ride your own genitals? Like what? What
Yeah,
does
but,
this mean?
so my assumption would be this is something about lesbianism.
It
So-
wouldn't surprise me.
Could be.
So she thinks that is a great thing that shouldn't be punished, but at the same time, the stuff she complains about would also entail Yuri manga.
Mhm.
So how does that work? I don't think none of this ideology seems to be consistent.
These are kids. They don't know how to be consistent yet.
They're just
I don't know
stupid
how old
kids,
she is.
man.
We can be pretty sure that the boy that hasn't really hit puberty.
He's just like, or maybe he has, and he's trying to get with the woman, but
I
with the
don't
girl,
fucking
mean,
know.
It
Oh,
wouldn't
she's a bit
surprise
far
me.
away for
failing.
that, isn't she?
I don't know. I don't know why this collaboration even took place. Like, what is the point?
The cast
It
is real
debunks
video.
the entire rest of the. It destroys the entire rest of the video.
She's just rambling the way that he was, only on a different topic, and you're like, okay, thank you, I guess.
What's going
I'm
on,
telling
dude?
you, he's making.
You should do that in the
making this
video.
He's making the video to hit on her. That's
Well,
going on.
let's just keep,
and often silenced. As long as something serves the male Makoto gaze,
I'm
it's
somewhat
condoned,
of a
said
feminist
Natsuko
myself.
Saki from Tomorrow Girls Troupe, an artist
Okay.
collective
I
that
just
love
fights
that
against
name.
gender.
So she's just a rabid feminist.
the
Yeah.
Makoto
This
case.
is this is social justice feminist communist crap trying to weasel its way into Japan, and it keeps being rejected because Japan knows what's up with communism. They've been sitting next to China for how long exactly? How often did China try to invade Japan?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much a bunch.
Yes.
China is when you see some of the maps China puts on Twitter of what all encompasses China, they draw in all of Korea, all of Japan, and parts of Vietnam at this point. And of course Taiwan. They think all of that is China. That's what they want. Japan knows China will invade them, will try to invade them again. And you do not let communism in any of its ugly Hydra head forms into your country. Because it will weaken you.
Well, we got nukes.
That's the point. Japan doesn't have nukes.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
Yeah, Japan isn't allowed to isn't allowed to have anything but a defensive army, just like Germany.
damn.
We only have our boys over in other countries because the US wants to do shenanigans and we're supposed to support them.
Oh boy, look at. What is gender inequality? That makes sense. I don't know.
The group endures a constant backlash, so it operates anonymously. Yeah, because they're full of bullshit. They're insane. Wearing pink rabbit masks that are symbolic of how women in Japan identify with the rabbit in Japanese mythology.
No
Smart
women
but
in
powerless.
Japan.
You're
No
not
women in
smart.
Japan.
Feminists are not smart. Communists are not smart.
I'm trying to understand the sexualization in anime. Is it an issue? And I feel like
It's
we
a
still haven't
joke.
gotten an answer. You know?
Yeah, it's all bad, but if you drive your vagina out in the open on a river, that is totally not sexualization. That's owning your sexuality.
Dude,
You
the second
people
you're
understand-
male gaze, I
just
immediately
wonder-
stop
the
fucking-
level of disgusting, the level of how twisted and warped these minds are.
I just noticed
I
that she
just
can't wrap my
literally
head around
inserted herself into her own vagina.
Yeah,
I just like how Wisp said this. It's like, oh, what car do you have? I have a Toyota. And what do you drive? I drive
My vagina.
Magic! She was full South Park.
We've evolved the vagina.
She's gonna look awkward in the camera
Evolved.
club.
I just wonder, like, if it gets a leak, does that mean it's sporting? Technically,
Yes. Yes.
And in the chat, Ego Dreamer, I know that is because Japan feels like they're not having backup by the US anymore under the current administration.
Oof, that's true.
And that goes for that's why China's been in general lobbying to get other countries, India and Singapore and I don't know which exact. Maybe Indonesia. I'm not exactly sure. There's 4 major countries that try to form an alliance against to be strong against China defensively, because they know what's coming. And if the US pulls out, which likely it may, if it stands down,
Because of all the
then
nonsense.
it's what?
Because of all the nonsense going on in our.
Yeah,
in
because
our
the
household.
Democratic Party is a socialist party and they're in bed with China.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So that if they turn a blind eye, then China will just eat up everything, just like Germany under Hitler ate up everything, and other countries looked away at first. Oh, he's surely saturated now. Oh, he gobbled up another country. Oh, he's surely saturated now. Oh, he gobbled up another country. Oh, what's this thing in Poland?
So what you're saying is we need Trump 2024.
Unironically, yes.
Unironically, yes, so that China
You-
doesn't invade.
you don't want Obama.
No.
No.
Oh, God.
Anyway, 12 minutes. Not bad. Doing okay? Doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
and equality. The group endures a constant backlash, so it operates anonymously, wearing pink
As it
rabbit
should.
masks that are symbolic of how women in Japan identify with the rabbit in Japanese mythology. Smart but powerless. The article continues on with more quotes from Kawasaki stating, "We received huge criticism from the otaku culture, who said we were infringing on their freedom of expression. The
not wrong.
sexualization of young girls is so normalized that they completely miss the point. Herein lies a crucial issue. People in positions of authority are steeped in sexism.
You are drawing that right
Very
now.
dismissive of sexual exploitation, to the point where massive problems, such as the groping of girls on trains, are swept under the rug. As a result, girls grow up learning not to speak out, because when they do, they are criticized. In Igarashi's case," she continued,
Look
"she is
at this
simply using
character.
her body in the way she wants to, yet she is censored and labeled a self-proclaimed artist. But when a male artist such as Aida Makoto..."
Okay, look at this bust and waist. I guess she's now a little bit too far down. Look at this bust and waistline and the hips. You telling me she's not putting out impossible standards for girls here?
Look, she has no.
Is she not aware what she's doing while she's complaining about something?
No, she doesn't have an art degree. She is.
Is she complete? Has she left the cognitive dissonance and is completely in doublethink land, where she can say
No.
one thing while doing the other?
Because these are dumb kids. They don't know any better. They just they have all the answers. They don't need parents. I'm a single independent.
You know
woman.
what? That's literally the whole problem with society right now. That parents are shit,
Yep, they raise their
Yep.
goddamn kids.
and it goes as far back as the war on video games, maybe even earlier.
Yeah, as much as we know, anti-authoritarian parenting is just as bad as too authoritarian parenting.
Yeah.
Warring nations of parenting. I am the authority on the child. No, I am. Okay, fine.
That's pretty much what you can distill it down to at the end of the day.
Okay, well,
I
instead of having-
can't imagine being a parent to this kid. I just
Yeah,
what are you doing? Why?
sexism
Alex
exists.
Taylor has a
I'm
good-
going to
has
keep
a good,
drawing
uh,
sexy photos, but this doesn't a problem with me. It's a problem with the men who like.
Honey, you're
Sexy
talking
photos.
bullshit again.
It's sexism in a patriarchal.
It's like, honey, are you
Society,
bitching
I
about
don't know.
sexism again?
Alex Taylor has a good super chat on the topic.
Okay, let me read it. Swoop my page. There it is. We got a bit. Sorry about that. I was slowing down here. I got to go back 15 minutes. Okay. Considering, okay, this is from White Knight Leo. I think I'm getting that. No. Sorry, this is Francis Ford Coppola. I think this is the girl that pressured him into making the video to begin with. I think she keeps him around so he can be her manservant. Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah.
it's a weird
So-
collaboration. Yeah,
What is
So
the
she
surprise
got
you?
him to simp for
I guess.
Yep. What is the
No
surprise
idea.
Yeah, that's
her.
awkward. White Knight Leo, thank you for the 5. Considering the results of women's lib, okay, the overly conservative culture of Asia isn't exactly a negative, assuming it is how she describes it. Well, she was talking about like women getting groped in the train, and we all know there's a weird train culture.
That's not conservative.
No, but I'm just saying the behavior of people like going to work early and getting on the bullet train, and everyone rushes to do that. And okay, fine,
No, she was mainly talking about her Southeast Asian country.
right, not Japan. Little different.
Which then,
Yeah,
which
and
then
that-
leads into Alex Halo's one.
All right, gotta keep going though. Here's another 5 from White Knight Leo. I would give us a year's salary if it got me one day where no one claimed only women were expected to meet contradictory social ideals. Women very they like to misconstrue things and say things without the knowledge of things that might be contradictory. They don't like to be told of such things. Just a heads up there. So if
It's a Gundam does great.
What's
rant.
that? People lie.
people don't like
What?
contradictory information. Oh my
Whoa.
god! Good lord! Do
Oh,
not tell
Are you
me
lying
that.
when you say that?
I'm
Dude,
shaking
I
to my
can
core.
I can buy the into the idea that she's the one having told him to make this thing so that it's on his channel, or on his channel as well for more reach, because her part here seems to be more professional in the presentation and maybe the text she made up for this, while he was just randomly rambling.
However, her part of the argument is immediately debunked by what she's drawing.
Well, that doesn't help.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
just that is a hint that she's insane.
Him and was going to tell him on his parents or something.
Well, this is a wholesome, sexy photo. It's the big difference, guys. Come on.
Oh,
wholesome, sexy. Oh, okay.
What? D-cups and this tiny waist that you can get with one hand around?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Come on. That's what she's complaining about. That's
South-
the exact stuff she's complaining about.
I can deduce
How do you drink?
by being in Southeast Asia that you have a very different diet than America. Therefore, this is totally normal.
I mean, it's kind of correct. American food is shit.
I'm somewhat of an Asian myself.
Yes, Ancestry.com. Yes.
I identify as trans-Asian.
I too
I'm
am
a quarter Irish.
1,248th Asian.
I mean, you know, every 400th person on the planet is a descendant of Genghis Khan. So,
I once went to a
Oh,
sushi
really?
bar.
Yes,
And
statistically,
another 700 of Hitler.
statistically, at least one of us is Asian.
yeah.
Oh my!
We're going to take over Castle
Oh,
Canada.
wow.
All right, here's Mark. Mark, what is going on here?
Mark's D.
At least she has a deeper voice than the other kid.
That is true.
That is true.
Wait a second. Wait. Let's not stoop that low. Come on. Come on, Mark.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true. You know it to be true.
Anyway, White Knight Leo for the 5, and then we'll get to Alex Hale. Finally to Alex Hale. Lots of violent hentai is written and drawn by straight women. Really?
A
Why?
majority-
Yeah, they have the most rape fantasies.
Why? Why
Yep.
doesn't that get counted as owning one's sexuality? Oh my! What
Yeah.
a narrative! What
yeah,
to
like
say?
a majority of doujinshi is written by women.
Really?
Like literally, like a
Interesting.
big majority.
There's actually also
God,
shit ton
but-
of manga in general that's written by women.
And drawn.
Yeah, but we're supposed to pretend it's only guys.
Yeah.
When it's clearly not.
It's a manifestation of the female rape fantasy.
All right, finally, Alex Halo. You grope in Japan and the police will beat you. I would imagine that's how crimes work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do something bad, they come over and they stop you.
Not necessarily beatings, but yes.
Well, if you do it right in front of them, I'd
So
imagine
you're
they
not
beat you.
you're not helpless.
So yeah, if you do it right in
That's
front of
just-
them, you have literally no excuse.
Yeah, the problem is
Right,
just
yeah.
so don't just get your understanding of Japan by watching anime. That's
Or by reading the
that'll be a
BBC.
skewed image. Just as you shouldn't judge Germany by Bavaria, please. The thing is, the problem on the trains is that they are so crowded that these situations come to pass because nobody can move in those spaces. That makes it difficult to escape such a situation. Yes, that can also lead to such situations on accident that get misinterpreted because it's just too crowded, and that of course allows for the actual events to happen.
Mhm.
That is a sad truth of that.
But I'm also thinking if someone gropes somebody, maybe they were just trying to steal their wallet. I don't know.
Thief!
It's easy to disappear because big crowd.
So which is the lesser crime? Trying to steal the wallet or
The
groping?
wallet.
Because that's kind of what the argument sounds
Also,
like.
by the way, men get groped too.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yes.
I have.
And
been
nobody
groped
talks
once.
about that because men don't have problems.
No, they're manspreading. That's the problem.
You can't manspread on a Japanese bullet train.
No way.
There's no
Oh,
space.
what? Is that a challenge?
Yes, it is a challenge.
It's a
I'm gonna
challenge
go
that'll
there
get.
and I'm gonna mad spread all over.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
challenge that'll fuck you the hell up.
Okay, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna just because this is
Fight me,
goes
bro.
on about here. I got groped by an SJW. That wasn't fun.
Oh, really?
He thought it was early in my transition, and he thought I was just dressing up for Halloween, although it wasn't Halloween. Like we had
It was always.
we were celebrating the anniversary of our club, and the stupid idiot, and it's just one of these people who just doesn't think. He's just all emotion, and he found it funny.
Yikes.
And I was, for one, yes, I was too shocked. Secondly, I was still too pacifistic to just slap him across the corridor. And on the other hand, the rest of the club didn't care. Didn't give a shit. If the green-haired borderline monster complained about anything, she got catered to. If I'm getting groped in front of 5 people, nobody gives a shit. So, fuck SJWs. You duplicitous, hypocritical assholes who turn the other way, who turn a blind eye, or are abusers yourself, or both.
We don't need you.
Fuck off. You are the people who poison everything. You are the people who call everyone toxic who doesn't agree with you. But that's projection, because the actual toxic people, that's you.
It literally is, dude. It's always them.
Always.
Always.
Anyways.
Anyway, I gotta add Geo to the. I didn't even know Geo was bugging me again. But hey, Geo, how's it going?
Hello.
Sorry, I don't mean to bug you, Smud. It's just the stuff that she's talking about when it comes to Japan's culture. Like, I've never been there. Unfortunately, I want to, but I research this stuff because I like just their culture in general and the stuff she's about to say.
That's twice now you come in here part way.
Hey, I was with Otaku and yesterday. I said, it's like, hey, I'll join in, and just got missed. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've only been on like 3 other times, so it's fine if I get skipped over. I'm not, no hard feelings.
I mean, yeah, you're not that important, I guess.
Oh.
I mean, I don't have whisper ants, so.
Oh.
Familiar
What?
faces.
With what? Anyway, but yeah, the thing she's gonna say about like the artist getting in trouble for indecency laws, like what she was talking about with the manga
Canoe.
Well, yes, that too. Well, the manga, the vagina canoe, all that stuff. See, I'm sure a bunch of you know here when you've read hentai, the censor bars that they're famous for.
Yeah.
Yes.
The tiny little things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, okay. The reason for that
Mostly
being is,
that's
have you ever noticed why, like in mostly anime, they'll have like burglars will wear a bandana backwards tied under their nose?
Mm-hmm.
For some stupid fucking reason.
Okay, so the reason behind that is back in feudal times, it was so single couples could get together and the woman could deny ever meeting the guy if they got caught. If like he did, or if he did something to her, she could single him out.
Oh.
And the censorship bars roll over from that. That same generalized idea where you know what it is, but because it's got a censorship bar, it's no longer that thing. But if it's something that is outright like child pornography, which they will prosecute for that, then they could go, yes, this is exactly what it is. Even if it's censored, we know what it is, and we can charge you for it.
Yeah.
So it's a symbolic censor bar.
Yes, which is why she got in trouble for it, because you can't show a penis and you can't show a vagina.
You should have put
out
a
in the
censor
open.
bar on her canoe.
Now, there's one thing she's going to say about that in a bit in the video, and I'll comment on that when it gets to it, because it's not what she's making it out to be.
Of course it's not.
She just
What?
puts like a black cloth over the canoe.
Or in other cases in this video, just cut it out completely.
No, she should have made it pixelated, a pixelated vagina. you know?
Yes.
Say
the-
it.
Here's the thing.
Pixelated.
No joke. If she had done that, she wouldn't have gotten in trouble.
That's hilarious.
Cover
Oh,
a tar-
not even
cover a
kidding.
tarp.
Oh, so, what, pixelation is better than the bar?
So,
Oh, I
So
don't
that's
doubt
just-
you. I don't doubt you, Gio, but
So-
I
so
just
she's
find it a
just
hilarious
stupid then.
concept.
so she's just.
Oh, yeah, it
stupid
is
then.
funny.
If she would have made it mosaic, she
Uh.
would have been fine. So she's just dumb.
They both are.
That's hilarious.
They both are, because the other kid just like cut it out completely.
Yeah, it makes it look more
Well,
rude than it
there's-
actually
Yeah,
is.
yeah, kids are dumb. So
Yeah, he made it look
Yeah.
worse
No
than it
shit.
is.
It's when you beep all the slurs out, I can imagine much worse things than were actually said.
Yes, like
Oh, yeah.
have you ever seen the Arthur opening censored? Like the PBS show Arthur. Like
No.
when
Arthur
they just
Morgan?
put it. No, like the show
No.
Arthur from PBS
yeah, I
Kids in
know,
America.
I know.
If you look it up and just look up Arthur censored, they just throw in random censorship bleeps, and it's fucking hilarious.
Because it makes it
Oh,
seem
what-
worse than
what,
it is,
unnecessary
if you
censorship?
imagine It's worse.
Yes, that's one of those things.
Should
Yeah,
we
okay,
censor
it's like-
the Arthur fist?
No, I remember it's like seeing some Sonic Adventure 2 stuff for unnecessary censorship. It was hilarious. Hold on.
Okay.
Moving on.
Does this thing with female bodies. His work is put in museums and he is called a genius. Which is such blatant hypocrisy considering penis
You shouldn't talk
festivals
about
are
hypocrisy.
completely acceptable in modern Japan, and also revisionist when you consider that some of the most extraordinarily graphic, fantastic vagina.
I think it skipped forward. Did she flash and mention the festival?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
She just
so
mentioned it, yeah.
okay, yeah, it completely skipped hard for me. So that's not a celebration of the penis as sexual. It's a fertility thing.
Yes.
It's not a sexual. It's not a pride parade.
It's if anything, it's a life parade.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Mhm.
What
It
is
is-
the
it is
month you
not-
worship
it
the
is-
penis? Yes.
Yes, it is not sexual in any way. Like it. Now it is like a family like parade and festival event. It's not like it's not.
You mean
It's
it's
a
something like
family-friendly
Easter?
Penis.
Yes, it's kind of like Easter, where it's not lewd and lascivious.
Wait.
It's
It's not.
remember. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just joking around. You keep talking.
Sorry.
You're laughing about the family-friendly penis.
Yes.
Okay.
I worded that better, but
Don't look at I think it was Netherlands or Belgium or Denmark, one of these three. They made a cartoon with a man who has a too long penis and uses it to do stuff with it. It's weird.
I think that's Belgium. I think.
That,
I'm not
yeah,
100% on it.
it's just
Chris, you got to get your German brothers together. It's time for a new.
Yeah.
take care of
yeah.
an issue.
That's because that was supposed to be a children cartoon. Like,
Yes.
What?
Oh,
Supposed to be.
But again,
Uh-huh.
I would also see the Denmarks doing it. After all, they had dog brothels. Yes,
God.
What the-
brothels where you could go fuck dogs. That existed in Denmark until like 2
Yeah.
years ago.
My brain just melted
Oh,
a little
God.
bit. What the
No,
fuck?
I don't want to
Why?
know that.
Yeah, between that and all the women in Denmark lying out of their asses every goddamn day.
They got venomous.
It's like just lying about how they're treated. It's like it's getting men getting like the short end of the stick in Denmark.
Are they getting Me Too'd over there or something?
Yeah, me too to fucking oblivion.
Jesus
It's like
Christ.
look up a channel called Raging Golden Eagle. It's like he's done
Raging
videos on it every so often. Yes,
I haven't watched his stuff yet on that. I need to do that.
yes.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I know maybe I saw this wrong yet, but as she's drawing here on the bow on her hip, the thigh is exposed up to, well, up to the hip bone almost. And she's complaining about sexualization and, you know, I know I'm repeating myself, but this while she is drawing this, she's making these points.
It's too lewd. Cover it up.
So I can't believe I'm seeing this.
Okay, we got some super chats I'm late to talk about here. Alex Halo again, thank you. The Hollow Live girl, like some weird hentai they like? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hollow Life girls, they like some weird stuff, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And they're pretty open about it, too.
Yeah, girls generally like a lot of very weird hentai.
I think that's just part of the act. I don't know if that's true, but maybe, yeah, okay. Mad Courier 6, hey, how you doing? I missed the last 2 hours due to stupid stuff, lol. What did I miss? Oh, boy. What did
Almost everything.
Yeah, there's quite a lot.
Some tism.
You missed all the good jokes.
The perfect video as to say why children should not be allowed on the internet.
Yeah, I unironically wish we could ban kids from the internet. Like, unironically wish we could do that. Like, that'd be amazing.
Like, as someone who grew up on the internet, yes, ban children from the internet.
Yes.
I agree. I agree.
I was an asshole when I was a kid on the internet.
Also, the basic
you know, back in the day when we were still young and had to carry our hard drives around town to share files, it was difficult to get on the internet. There was effort involved, and that means back then only mostly the more capable kids got onto the internet.
Yeah,
today,
you needed the patience for the thing to dial up.
Every gullible idiot who doesn't need to be able to know or do anything gets on the internet unsupervised. We have parental controls for a reason, but parents apparently are too retarded to use them.
Or too lazy.
Yes, they are. Yes, they fucking are.
And that's why they always call for, the government must do the thing because I'm too retarded. And maybe you shouldn't have had kids, you fucking idiot.
Which literally just happened in China, is like restricting online gaming for kids. 1 hour on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday,
that's
and holidays.
Yeah, but that's absolutely insane. That's another. That's even more extreme than
yeah, they're
I could
only
even
allowed
imagine.
to play for 3 hours.
And that is until you are 18.
Yep.
And even then, you still have some restrictions.
How long you can play video games.
And this is why you do not want everything to be connected to the internet. You do not want the Internet of Things. You do not want it. Because the moment your government turns totalitarian, and that can go very, very quickly, your government can decide to control everything in your fucking household and say, well, you had the wrong opinion. You do not get access to your fridge anymore. We're just shutting it down. It's now without power.
Electricity.
Yeah, if you noticed a month ago when Cuba was having the protests, you notice how they went quiet after about 3 days, right? You know why? Because the Cuban government shut off their internet. Because the protesters were showing what was going on, and also they were showing people getting pulled out of their houses by the police. On camera, live, while streaming.
Oh, are you telling me communism is oppressive?
Yeah.
What?
No,
Smud, or Wisp, that's not real communism.
All right. Okay.
Real.
But I thought communism is for the people, and it's the people protesting. So shouldn't communism be? I give up.
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
No.
Yes. you missed the family-friendly penis.
The canoe vagina, which was. Yeah.
Is that what you do when you're canoodling?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Canadians like second base, bro.
I don't. Whoa.
I got real lewd.
Can you imagine dating a girl? Do you want to go a trip in my canoe? It's like, sure, why not? It's like, it's the shape of my vagina, only 10 times the size. You're like, okay. That's...
You know, at least the photo didn't show it from the top, which would have been hella worse.
Oh yeah.
No, that should have been in Star Wars. Remember, they had to write that little canoe.
Go,
Space
get out.
vagina canoe. Yeah.
Get out.
Oh, that's,
Get the fuck out,
that's,
traitor.
That's the new name for Boba Fett's ship, because they renamed it now. They don't want to name it Slave 1 anymore. It's now Vagina 1.
The Vagina
No, Vagina 2.
Vagina 2.
Where's the Vagina 1?
Vagina 69.
Or is the Vagina 1? Is the Vagina 1 the canoe?
No, but
that's Boba Fett's that's Boba Fett's father's ship.
But then people start complaining, hey,
Boba Fett's father's ship.
It's the same ship. He inherited it from Jango.
Yes, and it was Slave 1 under Jango and Slave 2 under Boba.
but if you name it,
Yes.
if you were to name it Vagina, then people would make the connection saying, "Oh, you think women are slaves?"
Yes.
So you're saying men ride in women's vaginas?
Yes. And they shoot lasers. I don't know.
Okay then.
Anyways,
I want to go home.
Cyberpunk 2077 vagina lasers.
Okay, that's a mod waiting to happen.
Wow.
Anyway, 4 minutes left. She's gonna keep drawing this photo, I guess.
Ordinarily fantastic vagina art you will ever see forms an important part of the erotic artworks of the Edo period.
Okay.
Of course, it's entirely possible that being someone who is...
Dude, that was porn.
Wait, did she refer
Well,
to
she
the
called it
fucking
erotic art.
500 years old porn paintings?
That was porn.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yes, have you not seen like
tomato, vagina,
yeah,
same thing.
tomato, tomato, but what?
Also, that also applies to Western sculptures.
I guess
and
they're
art
both red, right?
as
Yeah.
well.
God, what was the name? The guy who made the
They're both fruity.
Mount Fuji pictures and the wave. I have his name on my tongue.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of it.
Me either.
Anyway, he's basically the one who made the first famous tentacle rape picture.
Oh,
Wow.
with the octopus.
Yeah.
Huh?
And most of what he did, its name is on the tip of my
Pussy?
tongue. And most of what he made his money with was also porn. Because you have to pay your bills somehow. The good art, the few great art pieces, they're not gonna pay for your livelihood.
You mean Hokusai?
Hokusai, exactly, Hokusai. And Hokusai was an amazing artist.
Oh yeah.
He painted on the marketplace, giant, big things, and he painted rice corns. He did all sorts of amazing feats, but his main money he made with porn. So it's not these, as she says, it's all these amazing art pieces of vaginas of the Edo period. Dude, that's porn. It's just porn. It's just porn from another century.
Anyway.
OnlyFans 1800th edition.
Edo period OnlyFans.
Edo period OnlyFans. Let's go.
It's just an arrow lands in your front yard every so often.
It's just owned by the Shogunate. It's owned by the Shogunate. It's OnlyFans sponsored by the Shogunate.
All right.
It's also, by the way, the octopus rape or sex thing in the sea. That picture, that famous picture,
Yep.
was a product of censorship of porn at the time. So that's why Hokusai used the octopus, because, well, that wasn't classified under the porn censorship laws. Because he had to make money.
Yeah, that's how the tentacle hentai came to be, thanks to Toshio Maeda basically finding a loophole and using that.
Mm-hmm.
I met him, by the way. It was awesome.
Yeah, now it's considered this great classical art piece. and then you imagine these high society artsy people with their monocles and the tea and going all, oh yes, what a wonderful picture. You can see the atmosphere coming right here.
Shit like that
you see this brush stroke, and it's like you're looking at porn.
The one time we had an expressionist exhibition in the museum I work at, and then just these huge paintings with just color splatters all over it. The people like, oh, the power! It's so powerful. And I was just like, it's just a couple colors.
Well, that seems a little less offensive than having a bunch of vaginas running around.
I mean, it was offensive to me.
And the canoe.
Colors can be offensive. This is true, especially when your government pays like $20 million for a bunch of stripes, primary colors.
I mean, the government didn't pay for it. We just put them on display, but most of the paintings were like 10 million or more.
Yeah.
I was like, that's offensive.
That is very, yeah. I am.
But what if the people in the Edo period had an art degree?
Moving on.
Anyway.
Let's go.
Not from the culture, I'm missing a huge chunk of context, so I can't claim that any of this is true for certain or if this is as big an issue as the article claims it to be. However, from I've read, it seems as though there's a major power gap between men and women, and the way anime characters are designed, with the men often being unremarkable and bland, while the women are often more glamorous and risque.
No! Woman, have you watched JoJo? Have you watched JoJo, woman? Show up, watch JoJo.
She just took every single character whose eyes are not shown, which are the main leads or whatever shows. There's all kinds.
In hentai mostly too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but don't even mention JoJo. They mentioned My Hero Academia before. My Hero Academia has a shirtless guy.
Hey, well, also Nagatoro, the guy is not just bland looking.
Costume. Yeah, it's literally
isn't there two?
To be shirtless.
Hell, Luffy's pretty friggin' swole too. That's
yeah.
But also, just if you were speaking in terms of art and complexity, the senpai Nagatoro is quite, not bland or simple. He has a very distinct look to him.
Yeah, and it's on purpose too that he stands out.
Sorry about the outburst. That was so stupid. It got me angry.
Don't worry, we're all in the same goddamn boat at this point.
We're all in this together.
all those other shots were from guys from hentai. Here's a shot from a not hentai of a girl. Like, thanks.
That's Urza from Fairy Tail.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, you said Fairy Tail. Like, okay, that makes sense.
It's not really. It's not really hentai, but yeah.
Oh, it's like Mashima knows what the audience wants. Eden Zero, I will say, is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
As someone who watches One Piece, Fairy Tail is one of those shows I just never was able to get into.
I like it. It's alright.
Never interested in me.
Well, it had a very slow start. I couldn't get into it either.
I read the manga. I was fine.
I was busy watching.
The manga's pretty good.
I was busy watching. What?
Beginning was just too bland for me. Again, I went like 6 episodes and oh god, I can't. I wanted to get into it. I couldn't stand it. It was too standard.
I was busy watching the hentai from the second guy from the right on that previous photo.
Oh, you were.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good taste. Good taste.
I like the second one.
I love how Smud identifies the hentai that he's seen with the protagonist.
I can clearly tell it was that guy. Why his hair?
While she's complaining about realism, while she's complaining about realism, that skirt of that dress is not gonna stick to her butt. I can tell you that.
Metal.
You don't.
No,
that's only gonna work in drawing. That's not gonna work in real life, Missy.
Also, those thighs look quite thick to me.
Oh,
they are metallic, in fact.
Wisp, I guarantee you, a
Metallic
cosplayer's
thighs.
figured out how to get that to stick.
I've seen
Yeah,
cosplay
with
of
glue.
this.
I
Oh,
know.
no, don't.
But that's not.
Wait.
But that's not how normal dresses
Don't
work.
Don't do
Yeah.
shit
Metal.
to
You
your
don't-
ass.
You
He's
don't
gonna-
tend to go out in your normal everyday Sunday dress with glue attached everywhere, so that the dress actually stays in place.
Wisp is going to tape all of his coffee containers onto his legs and show this is how you do it with layers. And you're like,
Yeah.
he doesn't have any plate mail
Layers,
lying
yeah.
around.
Mm-hmm.
You got to use what you got. That's how it goes.
And Rich said I'm too old for shonen, and that may be true in part, but there are some that I did like. I liked what is it? The
age
pick up girls in the dungeon.
Yes,
that's a shonen.
Is it wrong to
and
pick up girls
that
in the
was
dungeon?
fun.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic
That was fun.
show. It's a great show.
Yeah,
you can. It's just like any other media. Shonen is targeted at teenage guys, but anyone can watch it.
There's always like some standout ones.
Yeah, I think my problem with Fairy Tail was that it seems like one of these endless anime where it takes forever for things to develop.
This is true, yes.
Yeah, you better off reading the manga.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a super chat from Alex Halo. Hey, Alex, as always. The highest quality of weeb hentai, and then we have Wisp
monocle
with the monocle. When it comes to hentai, well,
I have a very high bar.
I'm a connoisseur.
With a lot of
Wisp, I have somewhat of an art degree myself.
Oh no.
Yes, Dunmuchy was the title. I can't remember shit lately for some reason.
Oh, early
Kinda
dementia.
scares me.
well, I can't remember all of the manga titles I read.
I've been reading like 30 mangas in the past 2 months.
I know. It just it's a blur.
Stuff coming out.
Dude,
There's
I've
so
read
much.
so much manga recently, like even more than
Same.
I usually do.
I bookmarked it, but I never reference it when I'm talking to you guys. It's like I have it bookmarked, but there's like a giant list. I'm like, oh fuck, this is
Dude.
gonna take too long.
Dude,
Yes,
I go to the
exactly.
bookstore and get physical copies.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like I literally have like a bookshelf right now just full of manga.
Because I'm afraid to not finding my bookmarks again, I just have them all open in tabs, and the fucking internet browser on my phone is slowing down because of it.
That's same. This is actually on my desktop. I have a bunch of tabs right open of manga I haven't read yet, and
Crazy has like 90 tabs open. With
well, no, not that
that
many.
would be like a literal unlimited tab works.
The only thing
it's
I've
like-
been reading is My Hero Academia, One Piece, the Hero Legend of Arslan, and the Final Fantasy manga that updates every month. So
because
I'm
of you,
using 2 browsers, and one I have 30 tabs with manga, and the other one like 10.
I've been reading Boruto, Black Clover, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, yeah, Boruto too.
I've also went back and I'm going back and reading Hunter x Hunter because I watched the anime on Netflix. It's so good.
Alrighty.
Apparently, Hunter x Hunter's author has the record for the longest hiatus taken so far.
Well, I mean, I've heard he has like
Yes, he's
ALS
still-
or something. I've heard rumors that he's got ALS.
Oh, he might
Yeah,
have, but I
I
mean,
think
he's known for going on massive
Yeah.
hiatuses.
Yeah, well,
So,
if he's it's because of his illnesses though. So I think he gets a pass.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was funny because with One Piece, Oda, he's like, I'm moving to 2 weeks to every other week now, and Shonen Jump's like, okay, and then Horikoshi is the same thing. So every so often, it's every 2 weeks, and they don't force them. They're like, okay, you can publish when you want.
So
do whatever the fuck you want.
You make us all our money right now. Do whatever the hell you want.
Tuna shared this in stream memes.
That is scarily fitting.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
That's the meme. Nice.
Fuck.
Oh,
It would be, see, here's the thing. You just gotta find the VA and get them to say that.
I'll do it. Or Con will do it.
They'll do it too. It's because they'll love having fun with stuff like that at cons for.
Oh, absolutely.
That yeah.
All right. Anyway, back to the video.
Especially for shows like this.
is pander to this societal norm and, more importantly, to sell merchandise. Men are often more likely to purchase and collect figurines, manga series, and other similar things, as they are often the ones who have a bigger disposable income, and because of this, the more a character panders to their preferences regardless of...
Girl, have you seen what Japanese women have dangling from their phones?
Strange argument.
Yeah, I feel called out.
Wait,
They have a bigger income.
The men make more
Yeah,
money,
Yes, like wait a minute.
therefore they can buy the manga I want. It's like, what?
So
What
you're
are you
saying
talking
if
about?
if women had more money, they would buy the merchandise, or what?
Man, they got
They are. They're just if they're buying
Oh,
different
my God,
types of
these kids,
merchandise,
man.
but they're also some are also buying this stuff because they really like it.
It's
It's like
capitalism's
you
fault.
mentioned
This
that
kid.
the
You
know,
women
in-
they are
and-
buying the merch, but they buy stuff like the shirts and stuff.
Yeah, and on top of that,
it's accessories more so than standalone
Yeah.
objects.
And the
Yeah, and-
guys
and on top
usually
of that-
buy like figurines and stuff like that, or like collectibles.
yeah, something comes on top of that, and you may be able to support me in that. Is that Japan has this really horrid dating culture in some parts, where the girls expect the guys to make them gifts all the time or repeatedly.
It's not just dating; it's just culture in general. It's like if you go on vacation, you bring all your friends and classmates gifts when you come home.
Yes.
It's a gift. It's just a gift culture in general.
Yeah, it's everyone giving everyone gifts.
There's a reason why you can buy $3,000 melons, like the fruit, because they're considered a highly important gift that you can give to someone.
And then you just smash it on the beach?
No, that's a watermelon.
What melon were you talking
like
about?
they're like cantaloupes. They're like fancy cantaloupes.
Oh, okay, so honey melons.
Oh, it's
Yes.
big in
Yes.
China. Yes, huge,
Okay.
popular. Melons are a big
Like you
part
can,
of the
like
diet.
they figure out how to get the veins or like vines on the rind to be a certain picture if they want it to be.
Oh wow.
And those
Yeah,
again,
that
those
I
are
can
really
that I can imagine is worth some extra money, even if it's a fainting piece of art.
Yeah, but the whole point is like you get it as a gift, and then it's because it's just that culture of sharing, of buying gifts for each other.
Well, I'd say that's a nicer form of capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
However, it also ends in just buying lots of crap, and why there are these millions of tiny crap things you can buy, so you can gift something.
Exactly, that's exactly why.
And you can see that these like some of the girls in Japan, they have like 2 or 3 kilograms on their telephones dangling of these little cute accessories, and they're all gifts from guys.
Yep.
So so this girl doesn't seem to be that much aware of how the Japanese culture works and where all the money is spent, because a lot of money of men is spent on courting women.
But that's bad.
I don't know. She also complained that there's more work put into the female characters, and that's somehow misogyny.
I've lost the plot. I don't know what the.
Everything is misogyny.
Anyway,
Ignoring women
guys,
is misogyny,
okay.
and catering to women is misogyny.
It's fine.
Great.
Men make more money than women. That's fine. I don't care. Let's keep going.
No, that's bad. But yeah,
How
let's go.
twisted or messed up it might be, studios will still cater to them because that's the way they keep their business
Or
going.
she's making the moralities are
That is not an argument.
my
That's like saying the money is over here. They're going to keep going over there where the money is. That's twisted. It's like, no, that's called business, you retard. What the hell kind of a dumb argument?
Pretty much, dude.
Yeah, but these people don't know how business actually works. They think businesses just have money sitting around.
That's literally what
fucking
morality
commies.
said. It's such a
Yeah,
stupid
Ken's
argument.
right.
All
They're
right.
comics.
That's
Put
what
it
she
in their
said.
business.
With the man
There's
make
no-
the money, so they make it
There's-
for the man, and that's bad.
Yeah, she's a kid, so let's just
Yeah. That's right.
dumb kid.
Don't
And
let
probably
kids.
reprehensible, but if it prints money, then it prints money, I guess. And this is
Yeah.
my own personal
Yes.
opinion
Yes,
and
dumb
somewhat
kid.
of a
A
hot
long
take,
time ago,
but
honey.
I genuinely think that the fan service in anime is the very thing.
While she's drawing the
that-
line marks
Go.
on the tits, that's great. Yeah, the fan service in anime.
Look
Stretch
at
marks. Let me put that big boobies in there. Okay.
The stretch marks on the dress. Like, look at the size of these tits and where they are in regards to gravity.
Yeah,
This is amazing. Just absolutely brilliant.
Like the hypocrisy hasn't dawned on her yet. It's funny.
It back from reaching a wider audience.
I mean, it's a pretty
Animes and
character,
mangas
but
have
what the hell are you
really,
talking
really
about?
Good storyline, but because of the stigma developed around these fan
It's
service
not-
Stigma.
characters,
It's not the
people
sexu-
are
it's
more
not
likely
the
to put it off or
stigma?
not give it
Sexualized
a
characters that
chance,
keep it
which
from-
is really sad because the very thing that is keeping them alive in Japan is also the very thing that's keeping them from being taken seriously by a wider audience.
What?
However, just as
Wider
anime
audience?
and manga is the clearest example of this pandering, the article also cites it as the solution to changing the consumer base's perspectives.
Okay, so first off, everyone loves tits, and everyone will want to look at tits. I don't care if it's Japanese.
If they tell you, yes. If they tell
Except
you
the little,
they don't, they're like,
repressed guy we had
Well,
in the
that's
first half.
that's
Well,
another.
yeah, but he doesn't count.
Yeah, he's weird. Anyway, it doesn't matter. People will take those. They will buy those things. They will translate them from other people, and they will want to buy more. And that's
Right.
universal. I'm sorry to say, even some girls like that stuff too. So, if they have the money, of course,
because
because they
the
don't have the
market
money.
in America.
If they're in America, America, they can buy any tits they want. Yeah, but from Japan is the best kind, apparently. So, this is like, it's always going to be popular. It will never stop being popular. I can't see unless you change human behavior and nature in some very drastic way.
Biology.
Is that what she wants though? Like, what does she want?
She wants more money. That's what she wants. Like, that's what
She just wants money. Yeah, okay.
That's
Dumb
why
kid
she's
wants
drawing
money,
tits.
yeah.
This is
So
the
she can
perfect
buy
example.
more-
She wants more money. She knows the men have the money. She's drawing, sexy girls so that
Yeah,
they'll buy.
her parents won't give her an allowance, and so she's begging to the internet.
It's
I
working.
can see a
at
future
least
for
she's
her.
working.
Yeah.
She's working.
Yeah.
At least she's
I know where that
providing a
future's
service
going,
and
dude.
working.
She's complaining,
I
but she's
can-
making money. It's good for her. So, all right, that's fine.
I
It's
can
going
already
full-
predict the
it's going
OnlyFans
full
that she's
circle.
creating right
I was
now
about
in
to
10
say.
years from now. Like she's
it's-
begging for money on the internet. That's great.
Eric, it's going full circle. She's gonna join the Edo period OnlyFans.
Oh yeah. She'll make a Yuri
It's
or
going
Pictures
full
of
circle,
people's
yeah.
yards.
Lowly
She's gonna
cons or
make-
something.
No, that's
That
my
would
art.
be complete. Yeah,
That would complete the circle.
yeah. It's a circle. It goes around and comes back around.
Oh no.
Okay, this is good. Let's go.
Artist Keiko Takemiya has been using manga to break taboo
Takemiya.
since the 1970s, when she became one of the first women to controversially create shoujo. She told Index on Censorship magazine, by using the main protagonist in manga to show how women can express their strengths, readers can relate to the character and take what they've learned into the real world. So perhaps the solution to the sexualization of anime characters, particularly underage anime characters, isn't to attack or silence the current norm, but to offer an alternative that would promote a better message.
Like what?
What is-
And
what
how
is the
old is the
alternative?
character you're drawing?
Also,
This looks like it. This looks like
400 years old.
an exaggeration of US pinup art.
Also, what's the message? What message do we need?
Yeah,
What's a
we'll
good
hope-
message?
The sexy,
Yeah.
that hot women bad apparently.
Yeah, let's see what she has
Yeah,
to
hot
say.
women are
You
bad.
don't
The
have
message
to be
of
hot.
man
Open the
making
viewer's
money.
eyes to the horrors of such realities.
The
After
horse.
all, if
Which
it
horrors?
is good, then
The
it will be more
horse.
likely to sell, and if it sells, others might follow in its footsteps and push the message forward. But
What message?
that's enough for me. I'll
Look,
hand you
no,
back to
come on,
Harley now.
make it
So
big again.
now I'll pose the question.
No. I wanted
He's
to
back.
see
Oh God!
I wanted to see
Take
the
us back, take us
image.
back.
Oh
come
god,
on.
this is so
Come
fucking
on.
painful.
See, Wisp has to.
Yeah.
There we go.
Brain is melting.
So this is
No, that's fine.
She is complaining about unrealistic depictions of females, as is the guy. This is an exaggerated female body. This is something you really maybe get 1 in a billion without surgery. And that's still a
I know.
liberal
Look at the
estimate, let's
face,
say.
too.
Yeah, this is. I'm sorry. You are complaining about what again? Sexualization of women?
Something about men making
Yep.
money to buy porn. I guess I can't remember.
Sexualized anime.
Yeah, they
characters,
make
what she's
more
bitching about
money
the
so they
most.
can buy porn, unlike women. They can't buy it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
From what I
It's all
gathered
just
with, she was bitching about people about the sexualization of female anime characters, but not the men or something like that. She was just rambling. Is my issue here.
Also,
It is rambling. This kid doesn't know what she's talking about.
What message do we need? What's the message?
Yeah, what's the alternative? And how does that make money?
I think the
I don't
message
know.
I took from it is Nagatora is inevitable.
Yes, that's
I think I'm going with that.
We need
Yeah.
that message, yes.
Yeah, I support it.
All right.
Me. I'll hand you back to Harley now.
Also, it's
So
just
now
realistic
I'll
guy looks like a Minecraft YouTuber.
He does.
He
He's
looks
old enough
like
to
a
be.
Minecraft YouTuber.
Or
Yeah.
groomed by one, but up tests.
Yeah, but he likes talking about sex, so I don't know if that's gonna fly.
Well, maybe he likes to play with Turf Nation, and they keep getting raided by professional players, right?
Oh my god.
No.
And that's why they complain.
I
No.
I just remembered.
I'm just
Who's that? Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah.
toxic fandoms in Minecraft.
Attacking other players in P versus P servers they shouldn't be on. Like what? They shouldn't be on it.
They're building swastika, so you're racist.
Smud just saying it like that discredits you. P versus P, it's PvP.
Oh my god. I am non-gamer person talking about thing I know nothing of. Okay.
Smart not real gamer confirmed.
Guys, remember, I'm sexist, racist, Nazi first, then I'm, those other things.
Probably also transphobic.
Remind
Yeah.
me to unsubscribe from you.
Yeah.
Yes, Smud is clearly transphobic, even though.
You posted cringe, you're gonna lose subscribers.
Yeah, I'm also pronoun phobic, so if you use like possessive nouns, I'm like, oh my god.
Smud, I identify as attack helicopter.
Oh, that's
About to shut up.
that's too many nouns, man. You can't. It's confusing.
I identify as a Minecraft P versus P server.
You
The
identify
letter
as.
P, right? Not the liquid.
You
Urine is
identify.
greater than your.
What is this? What is going on anymore?
I identify as an autistic mailbox.
I mean, when the video is as.
I know this is bad because this video is just that bad. I mean, these are two kids that just want to
Maybe
say
they'll
all
say
of the
they'll
left
say
is talking
last minute.
All right, 1 minute. Let's go.
The question to and you, the viewer. Is sexualization in anime an issue?
No.
Do you believe
No.
that the sexualization
No.
of anime characters is a problem?
No,
No.
it never
To be
has
more
been, never will
clear,
be.
When do you think it becomes a problem?
Doesn't.
When said characters are underage?
Yeah.
Because
When
that's
does it
what I
become
do.
a problem?
But yeah.
Yamete!
Yes, and we talk about what do you mean with underage?
Subscribe. I'd like to make more videos like this one.
None of the
potentially
characters
even
talked
more
about
race
are
Please
underage.
don't.
Videos like
in
this,
anime
you
and manga
degenerate.
related.
Please
Shout out to my
make
content
less
creator friend
videos.
Thuman,
We're
and hopefully
gonna
they'd be
get
happy to
high.
discuss their thoughts too.
Who's this?
As I only recently looked into it because of their tweets about the Promised Neverland manga.
I'm
I
an
love
artist and I
I'm an
love
artist.
drawing.
I'm-
Looking into
my
it.
art
So if
without
you want
proper
to
credit.
debate
Okay,
the
okay.
character designs in that
If
show,
you're missing what
Hang
he's
on,
saying,
rewind it, yeah.
character designs in that show, go read Thuman's tweet.
he's saying he
And without
only
further
made this
ado,
video
I'll
after
see you
this
next time.
Twitter
Peace.
account went on some rant on Twitter.
Okay, what? Sorry,
stupid.
there's too many sounds going on. What's happening?
Yeah, I can't listen to him and all of you. That doesn't work.
I was trying to
Yeah.
pause it.
Yeah. Play it from there.
Watch Together is having a conniption on my end.
Yeah, play it from there. That'll work.
Okay.
That was.
Why does the logo on this sweatshirt look like the Discord logo?
It's a cat.
No, it's a cat. He's
That's
also
a cat?
Yeah, he's also.
I think
The
I
kid's
think
a
the
furry?
I wouldn't be
No.
surprised.
on
Maybe that's why he's not into women.
I think the person on he was talking about that Twitter rant was screeching about racism and Promised Neverland, even though it's not.
Oh. Oh, that's why he mentioned black people in the beginning.
Maybe.
What?
I was
What?
wondering what he was talking about in the beginning. He was like talking about anime portraying black.
I mean, I
people.
wasn't there for the
He-
first
he,
50
like,
seconds, so I don't
said
know
it
either.
For like 10 seconds or something, and immediately
Everything was a
brushed
blur.
over it.
He mumbled
I
too much
forgot
for me
why
to
I'm even
understand
here.
anything.
Like, go
Yeah, I
back
think-
to
I
like
think
the
the last
very
part of his
beginning
video
and
was him
listen to the
preaching about-
beginning segment. In the beginning segment, he talks something about black people.
Yeah, he's talking about black portrayals of anime characters or something like that.
So,
The
so
same
that was from
fucking-
that Twitter account then.
Yeah, they're basically having a meltdown over. I think it was Promised Neverland, but that's what he was saying. We were talking. We were making memes about it.
Okay.
Anyway,
But yeah, so that was that was a dumb topic.
but entertaining in a small way.
That was entertaining, really.
Well, I found it entertaining. About you
I
guys,
don't know.
We got a good meme out of it.
we did. Well,
Well,
let's,
We got a real good one.
let's find the
I guess I'm
memes.
just baffled. Yeah.
At least on the initial points that he made, it's like we were at least on the same page with him on.
Here is
Yeah,
Sound is just horribly confusing.
now. It's time to check the
The rest
stream
was
memes because
confusing.
they must be good, right? So here's
Please,
Harley
please, let it be
TBS's.
good.
His name is TBS.
All
What the
memes
hell?
are inherently good.
Worst nightmare, and that's from Gurren Lagann, I believe.
Yep, it's Yoko.
Yep.
Are you? Did you skip the tweet? Oh no, the Funimation link.
Criticizing Miyazaki.
There was a cosplay.
Oh, offends women like me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
From yeah, it's Chicago
Because
Shibuya.
there are women
got
like
this.
that in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real
I
person.
think I'm a
That
researcher.
one. Yeah, she is a JAV artist. She was at least.
Well, we know whatever
Adult
she
video
enjoys. Good for
artist,
her.
what that
Good
says.
stuff. All right. Here we go.
Yeah,
Roan.
that's that one.
Roan, look at all this look at this amazing detailed. 2009, we need to fuck a cat. Okay. Little bit of context there. Who remembers the name of that anime?
It's Monogatari.
Himimata Gitari. Yeah, it's this whole
Yeah.
series. Fantastic anime.
Fucking Monogatari.
2013, we need to fuck a video game console.
You don't
No,
already.
that was the mid 2000s where the woman already married the PS2.
Oh boy. We
Oh,
need
yeah.
we need to this is great. Do we need to fuck a warship? Yep. Okay. That is Azure Lane and what's the other one?
Kantai Collection.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
That was the first
That
one.
starts with an N. Neptunia.
Neptunia, you're right. 2016, we need to fuck a gay cat?
Felix.
ReZero.
ReZero?
The cat.
Was
cat
it
is
gay? Really?
Yeah.
He's not gay, actually.
Yeah.
What? I thought he is gay.
Trap.
It's a trap.
I thought
Yeah.
Felix is gay.
Yeah.
I thought it was gay.
Well,
coded,
it doesn't really matter. It's fine. 2015, we need to fuck a dragon. Okay.
Dragon.
It's
Which
a
one?
dragon.
Yeah, we do.
No, it's a Drago.
Drago? Okay. Oh, yeah.
Drago.
2017, we need to fuck the planet?
I remember that one.
Oh, that's me. That's small Earth Chan. Adult Earth Chan is not flat.
Oh.
Indeed.
Important.
2018, this one I remember. We need to fuck ourselves.
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 And then the biggest one of all.
And 2018,
Need a
we need to fuck Bowser. Or, yeah, what's her name? Fen Bowser?
Oh my!
It didn't start
Bowsette?
in 2018. I can
Bowsette.
tell you that right now.
That, yes.
Yeah. And this is, there's also the other one, the Internet Exploder and Firefox. And what was the other one?
Oh, the
Safari, yeah, and all the browsers, yeah.
Yeah, the browser.
That's a manga, guys. Yeah, it's great.
And then Internet Explorer
Sure it is.
is the little kid.
Yeah. Why do I keep missing these vids? Anyway, let us bask in the sexiness of our waifus. Bask in your waifu. And
Another
that,
cat.
which one is this? There's so many. I don't know.
That's actually a dog woman, I think.
Yeah.
Is it dog?
Could be a dog.
Oh shit.
All right,
2
Gio.
pointy ears.
Dog woman.
Why is Yu Hase's Japanese voice so deep? I won't
Oh,
play
no.
that.
Is that 14?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Of course. We brought it up yesterday. So
Here's Mike Testa. We live in a society, Joker. Wisp.
That is
We live in-
horrible, Mike Testa.
Wow. Mike, what is going on in this picture?
we don't know.
It's
The
melting.
more I look at it, the
Melting,
more
dude.
cursed it gets.
It's an anime Joker
God.
with more face
No.
paint? I don't get it.
It is.
We live in a communist
It's
society.
supposed to be my other avatar, and he painted clown stuff over it. Just
Oh.
looks like it's melting.
I am yeah. Anyway, thank you, Mike. Here's Roan again. Do not look at her. She is not worth your time. Look into my eyes. Seasonal anime is temporary. The principality of Zeon is forever.
Zeon.
Damn Gundam.
Yeah,
Seek
well,
Zeon.
that makes a good
Okay,
argument.
this one, the next one is just the same one from earlier, just with more shit.
Oh my goodness. 2018.
You can just keep going from, keep going from after the last
Dinosaur.
one.
2019. Stone. 2019 again. A raccoon. 2019 again. We need to black hole.
Fuck a
What?
black hole.
Yeah, we in 2019 we were getting
Pictures of
amazing
black hole.
data about a black hole.
Yeah, and they
So they
turn it
record
into
it.
an anime girl.
Okay.
Yeah,
2020.
she's constantly
That's what they
constantly
do.
trying to seduce Earthchan,
We
which
need-
is scary.
We need to fuck a virus.
Virus.
Corona Chan. Oh, no.
I mean,
Oh no.
I didn't know they personified Corona-chan.
Yeah, they did.
Yes,
they did,
all
yeah.
over the place.
That's
That
where
was-
Corona
that's
Chan
where
came
Corona
from.
happened.
I thought it was
Corona-chan,
just
yeah.
the virus
Did you ever
shape.
see her wings?
Yeah, I thought it was the virus shape, and they just put sunglasses on him or something.
I mean, also, Alex Hale, you forgot Tanuki too. BNA.
So we need
Yeah,
to
that's
get
true.
what? I can't read that.
Get dick.
We need to get dicked by Astolfo.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh yeah, the monster can size peen on that.
Wait, wait,
And
wait,
then, and then the latest one.
didn't
We missed the
Fate Zero come out a while ago? Not 2021. So what's that?
No,
That's
no,
Pakura.
Oh, okay,
there was
so-
there was a meme with the monster energy,
Oh,
and it's
No,
it's the
so-
size of Astolfo's peen.
What? No, because what happened was a Astolfo cosplayer uploaded a video on an adult site, and the dude was packing. Needless to say.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
big, it was really bigger than a monster can.
what is 2021? What's going on here?
We need to fuck a phone.
Phone. It's a
That's
Samsung.
That's
chip.
Samsung check.
The new Samsung thing.
What is it?
assistant.
It's
like a
the
voice
for like
assistant.
Samsung's current like
The mascot for Samsung Galaxy
Yeah.
phones.
Oh, just the next
Yeah.
iteration of Galaxy phones. Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
Not a big deal. All right, cool. Tuna. Hey.
Well, in that case, Samsung was asking for it because they already did half the work for us.
yeah.
They really did,
This,
dude.
this is great. This is wonderful
This
joke.
is so good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know who did that.
That's the best
Tuna,
meme of the episode.
Tuna, did you make that or what?
Well,
I think he did.
Because that's actually very well done, dude.
Tuna, did you
It
make that?
is.
Just write in the chat if you did or not. I'll find out.
Yeah, let us know if you made that.
Alex Halo, the stand user. It could be anyone. Here's the stand users. You're like,
Oh my god, that's
Yeah, accurate.
disgusting.
what is?
It's not wrong though.
I
It looks
mean,
very fashionable.
That is.
Is this a fashion show?
That is
The one
essentially
that is-
JoJo.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
It is.
Right, the lit Chocho character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure JoJo's our author just watches modern fashion shows. and
European
goes,
fashion shows.
There
are
you go.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has said that he does that or something like that at one point. I'm
It
pretty sure.
wouldn't surprise me.
I'm a little concerned with the guy on the right, but that's fine. You know.
Don't forget
The
right
that
one.
Jesus. Don't forget that Jesus is canonically the first Chocho.
Yes.
Okay.
Alex Halo, reality can be whatever I want.
You forgot the smiling Thanos.
Oh, jeez. All right. Next one. My, of course, only. I prefer my prints to be 2D. Ooh, I see you're a woman of culture.
I love how you read that.
Ooh, I see.
Yes.
It's always Neptunia with Alex Halo or Fate, but you know.
The next one is
Whichever works.
Roan the Weave. Oh my god. I've seen your search history, Jonathan. Don't act like you don't want this.
Sneak peek at the next JoJo series.
Oh, dude. Can't wait for that. So she's gonna be freaking sick, dude.
Jeez.
And that's it.
That's it. Call it a night. Oh boy.
Oh lord.
Fun times.
Oh yeah.
Wild stuff.
Oh wait. Wait.
Okay, well.
Okay.
Wait. Wait.
What happened?
Oh boy.
You
The
okay?
last one of the night. I literally just remembered for this one. No, Tuna, yours is not going to count. I forgot I had this from the discussion channel.
Is it a meme? Like, what do you want me to do?
Yes, it's a meme. It's a meme.
Oh, you want me to go bring it up?
Yeah, it's that's the last one anyway. So it's like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, might as well.
Inappropriate horniness 10 bonks.
For 10 bonks for everyone. And 100 for the doofus in the video.
That was, well, he wasn't completely nuts. Like, he was just saying, like, this is fine. Then he went, well, these boob windows is not fine. And you're like, what? Why?
Yeah, it's just
outrage.
It's obviously he had no idea what he was talking about and was just trying to get popular.
Yeah, the
Question
thing
mark?
with him is he simply doesn't get it because he's not at that point in his life yet.
He's just bringing up random points, and half of them are liked by people that are insane.
I thought
so. They
he was-
stick to his channel.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
I thought he was less crazy than whatever that girl was trying to say. That was a mess.
Harley?
Yeah, it's obvious he made this video to like
make her feel
The
better.
girl is detached from reality. He just doesn't know what he's talking about.
he wants to be a part of something, or like the people he watches. He wants to like get in on that.
Tuna drew that. Wow, good for you, Tuna.
That's amazing.
Really?
Nice.
It's amazing.
great.
Was that like
really
was that like within the hour, or you just like did that like last week or something?
Hold on, where?
I'm just curious.
I mean, I
No, it's a meme that came up
must have-
during the stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he must have made it when I said make it.
Dude, that's impressive.
That's awesome. You made it when we literally said make this meme. That's great.
Wait, what channel? I don't know.
No, it's the I am inevitable meme.
Literally the picture I shared.
That one, okay.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
All right, folks. That was cool. I enjoyed it. Fun little video. Lots of fun talking on here, and we even had Setter on for about 10-20 minutes, which was nice. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it was definitely more than that.
Yeah, it was a blur. It was so fast.
I have to ask, what did you all learn today?
Ooh, we learned that women need more money so they could buy fetish stuff because they can't afford it. So
Porn is too expensive for women. Make it cheaper.
yeah, and they want enlarged vaginas to take their boyfriends on trips with, or something like that.
I get
you shouldn't talk
sued if
about
I make